Hello, everybody. We're back. Episode 20 of this fun little campaign already, which is weird. 20 weeks. Next, we won't be playing next Wednesday, though. I mean, we won't be playing D&D next Wednesday. We'll be playing Honey Heist. I don't have a costume. So that sucks, but whatever.
Why not?
Because
Why not?
Because I couldn't afford it. And all the
Turn off a mask.
Well, all the costumes were going to show up October 26th. Or later, and I'm like, well, that's past the 25th. So I'm probably just going to dress up for
just do what I'm doing and draw a mask.
Nah. So this is just I'm just going to be me for Halloween. Maybe I'll do something stupid. But yeah, next Wednesday we're playing Honey Heist. A little Halloween themed little playthrough of Honey Heist. If you're curious about Honey Heist, it's a pretty cheap... Well, it's actually a free one-page RPG you can check out by Grant Howitt. Check it out. It's pretty cool. He plays bears. Criminal bears, basically.
Bears.
And everyone loves bears. So, in multiple ways. There's...
Have you played Baldur's Gate?
There's lifestyle bears. There's bear druids who hang dong. And then there's the bears we'll be playing... Anyways, that's next Wednesday at the usual time. Kate, do you have anything?
I've got some shops setting up for this holiday shopping season. If you want to get gifts for your friends and family, check them out at etsy.com/shop/KCraftStudioUS. Link is in the chat and in the description of the VOD on YouTube. Possibly. Maybe not in the VOD, but who knows? We stream every week. You'll find it. Or you can also check out my other sticker shops, etsy.com/shop/BadDiceCo or redbubble.com/shop/KRTheater. Go check them out. There's some really cool stickers on there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anybody else got anything they want to say to the world? To the greater world as a whole? No?
Get your shit together, world.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. Just brutal. Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. Anyways, speaking of getting your shit together, groceries were purchased while you discussed the issues presented with the strange Papa dolls on Hopper and Doe's persons. Yeah. You all set out on the road to continue the trek to Drowned Maiden Reef. During the night, while everyone was asleep, both Antyr and Lionel, best friends, sensed a presence in the trees directly above, finally catching sight of the thing that had been tracking the party ever since they entered the Emberfall wildlands. It was a long-limbed, emaciated, lanky, elf-like creature with lidless white eyes, obscured by darkness and shadows. I showed Lex a picture of it for fun. It seemed to mimic the noises of creaking branches and Endless's meowing, because Endless is now Otrson, after it had killed the familiar, and as soon as it was spotted, it leapt away through the trees and vanished from sight. The next morning, Grin attempted another breakfast, with 3 of the group happily eating it. Plans were discussed, and it was decided that you all would fly to Drowned Maiden Reef using the Luminera, fearing that taking the road would take too long, and that whomever was spying on you all would have gotten there already, or shit could have gone down by then. So you're like, nah, we're gonna fly there. After dispelling Hopper's Papa doll, you all boarded the Luminera, ensured Doe couldn't see or hear what was happening, and flew off towards the reef, cutting the remaining 4 days or so of travel down into 6 hours. 3 hours into the journey, you came across a terrible tropical storm whipping up over the reef, with churning clouds and a crimson light on the horizon. I got distracted by someone eating a burger. Nearing the end of the trip, and it made me laugh, you saw a familiar-looking tower in Orbis Encora, but much larger and far more sturdy than the one encountered in the Jungle of Spores. It had been built on a small rocky island in the reef, and the island was swarmed with umbral knights, about 50 or so from counting. The Orbis Encora was causing the red light in the sky, firing a beam of light into the clouds, and opening a rift where it was pulling a small mountain through with a mile-tall dead willow tree perched on said mountain top. not fully through yet, but you could just see it beyond the rift. Ships fitted with excavation tools were docked at this island, and after deliberation, Hopper began to pilot the ship down, out from the clouds, towards the raging ocean water, making a stealth check of 8 total. You all exited the ship, returned it to its concealed form, and began exploring the reef where the convergence point resides, and the spot in Hopper's vision. The ocean floor had been excavated, and the sword had been clearly taken. You all swam for around an hour, investigating the crater, and then swam the 25 minutes towards the island, detecting a magical ping from a small personal sailing ship called the Night Reaver. Antyr resummoned Endless and set them to peer into the personal ship, seeing a Goliath naval captain with a stained glass longsword at his side. The sword you were all looking for! Yay! The Goliath exited the captain's quarters, discussing with another figure that your transport had been spotted coming out of the clouds, and they would contact him and return to the port immediately. Antyr heard a magical whooshing noise, and the ping from the sword disappeared. However, a ping could still be detected inside the ship, with Antyr and Lionel stealing a variety of items from the ship, including personal notes, a ledger. I said money, but it's specified as a lockbox filled with money, and a small, bonsai-sized dead willow tree with a green orb ensnared in the branches. And as Grin shattered the anchor's chain, the Night Reaver slowly began to float out from the docks and out onto the waves as Antyr and Lionel leapt from the ship and back into the water. That said, looking at your map in your mind, because you wouldn't want to pull it out in the ocean, from this place you got about 15 or so miles to get to Port Crake, which is the nearest port. You can attempt to swim, which would take 8.5 hours to do so. I did the math. Based on official rules, which I also looked up to be fair, because the rules for a reason. Since none of you have natural swimming speeds, you'd be making con saves every hour at the risk of exhaustion, so that's 8 con saves total. 6 failed con saves kills you. You've already been swimming for an hour doing investigation of the crater, and then 25 minutes to get to this point. So I'm going to need con saves from every single person, including the Displacer Beast, who has the breathing on and not Lionel, because Lionel doesn't need it.
Yeah. Con save.
11.
You're fine?
26.
Yeah, you're good. Ooh, ooh, okay. Don't Lionel.
Did you eat 2 cupcakes while you were doing that con save?
All right.
Every stroke, it's a cupcake. Gotta keep my energy up.
All right. So, Antyr,
16.
you're fine. No level of exhaustion from that swim you just did. Hopper,
12.
you're fine. Grin,
11.
you're fine. Vonkar, you already said you're fine.
Yeah.
Doe and Lionel both got 12, so they're fine. Torger,
Oh, I got 11.
fine. You were fine. And then for Cornelius, with a +3, 6.
Oof.
Cornelius has a level of exhaustion. It's a cat, a big old cat swimming through the ocean, so, you know. And there we are. You're all currently not treading water, because the cursed funky requires you to breathe underwater. And the boat that Grin shattered the anchor chain on is slowly floating away. The sails aren't up, so the storm isn't fully carrying it away beyond reach. But that is currently what you got, and you are currently all submerged just under the water at the docks of this rocky outcropping where the tower is, and where a bunch of umbral knights were last seen looking up at that rift in the sky.
Do we have a number? Last you said it was 50, but then you said it was less.
Oh,
But no number. Like,
Umbral
obviously we don't
Knights?
need something exact because we were
we'll
just...
say it looked like a lot.
Okay.
Like we'll say it looked like a small siege force.
Okay.
Should we? I think we should follow the boat. I think we should follow the boat and get on it whenever it's safe enough away.
Question though. None of us know how to sail a boat, right? None of us have water vehicle proficiencies.
Nobody has proficiency in sea vehicles. I don't believe.
And
Somehow Lionel does it, but whatever.
And we didn't see any other crew members on the ship.
No, it was a small ship built for like a couple people, and Antyr and Lionel were the only ones who saw people Antyr was the only one who actively saw somebody on it. It was this Goliath, just like a naval captain,
just the captain.
And there is no one left on that boat. Antyr and Lionel are like clutching a bunch of stuff they stole off the boat.
Picking my feet.
Antyr just has like documents which are now. You put the documents in your enduring spellbook so they don't get wet.
Yeah,
And,
I mean, Antyr would have been smart enough about it.
All right, and then there's the lockbox that Lionel has. They have a ledger that they're. It's fine.
Ledger could have been stashed in the hideaway sack.
Cool. It's in the hideaway sack, and then
Perfect.
then you got your little bonsai tree, dead willow tree, that looks similar to the one that was coming out of the sky, but with like a green orb nestled in the branches. And yeah, the boat is continuing to float.
How hard can it be to...
In a storm of this caliber, very difficult.
So we have options of swimming and potentially dying, or we can get in the boat and just drift away.
Into a storm that we cannot sail through. Or we could swim to the island and try to seek shelter. And possibly sneak up on
It's a long ways to swim. Isn't it?
Yes.
Quick thought real quick here. Not ideal, but it would certainly keep us alive for the time being. We broke the anchor off the chain, but the chain's still hanging in the water.
We just hold on to it?
We just hold on, or we could even tie ourselves onto it so we could just dangle. I mean, the storm can't do much to us if we're already in the water. We can't drown, and if the ship starts sinking, we can untie ourselves.
Vonkar, I think that's a good idea, but if we're going after like the sword, we should just pull out the flying contraption again and just go there, right? To the port that we think that this guy went to?
Well, I think the issue is worrying about all the people right over there that might shoot us out of the sky.
Do we... If Grin, like, pokes his head up above and, like, holds his breath, since he's, like, the smallest little pipsqueak there, can he see any, like, siege weapons or anything that would be able to hit, like, an airborne vehicle flying away?
Hard to tell from the angle of how things would be looking, because when you pop your head up, you got two big docks and a kind of like a smooth, slightly jagged, rocky slope that kind of ascends upwards, and then there's cliffs and everything, so you can't really get a good look of what might be resting up on those cliffs.
Oh, okay. How far are those up?
Oh, hope no one's on Owlbear. Thank God no one's on Owlbear, so I can look.
Get off.
Get off fucking Owlbear, so I can look. About 20 feet.
Excellent. I have a 40-foot move speed. I'll just go straight up.
Holding your breath.
Yep. Holding my breath.
Okay. No siege weapons that it looks like, but there are, again, a ton of Umbral Knights just kind of walking around the island perimeter. You can hear screaming coming from this cave at the far end of the island. You can see the entire island when you're up in the air because it's a smallish island. But you can hear there's a cave on the far end. You can hear screaming coming from this tower, which is like 150 feet tall. It's a really, really tall tower. As for siege weapons, nope, just all these knights. A lot of them are patrolling. A lot of them are looking up into the rift. There are some walking along this staircase that wraps around the outside of the tower and gets to the top where the sphere is. But yeah, no siege weapons of any kind. And then yeah, looking up, it's just the mountain with the willow tree kind of coming down. Or not coming down, it's kind of just hovering beyond the swirling red vortex.
As Grin looks around, the thing that interests them is the screaming.
Yeah.
They look in the direction of the screaming. Do they see anything?
Just a really dark cave. It's pretty far from where you'd be right now.
Okay. All right.
Like there's not a single source of like light on this island. The only light that's illuminating the island is from the storm above.
Gotcha. Grin's gonna dive back down.
Okay.
I mean, like, if we wanted to, like, go to port, we could totally go to port. It seems like they don't have any, like, big weapons that would be able to take down our ship, or, like, flying contraption. But I heard some screams in the distance in, like, a cave up there. I don't know what that means. I don't know if it's innocent. I don't know if it's a monster or what.
It sounded like people. I'll say.
But, I mean, it sounded like people. So, it seems like we're a bit torn here. I don't know. I kind of want to help the people. We're like, see what's going on there. They're screaming, so it seems like it's, like, imminent. Like, we should get going right now if we're gonna do something.
The cave, was it? It's not connected to the tower, right? Like it's
No.
separate? Okay.
It's near the tower though.
And Grin is like looking at Hopper right now.
Hopper, I think in this moment Hopper is starting to give up on the sword as an immediate goal.
Mm-hmm.
And his sense of military stratagem is starting to kick in. Like, this is a much bigger threat
Okay.
than the goal of getting the sword. So I think he's wanting to go to the towers. Alright. It pains me to say this, but the sword is not the most important thing on my mind right now. We saw the potential of this tower. I think we should stop it summoning whatever it could bring into this plane. That should be our highest priority at the moment.
I will say it doesn't look like it's coming any further in. It's kind of just hovering beyond the precipice.
Yeah, I mean, it seems to be coming from some other plane of existence. So far, it doesn't seem threatening, other than just, like, being really weird.
We should stop it while we have the chance, before it progresses any further.
How are we gonna do that with all these people on the island though? All these knights.
Yeah, it's pretty dangerous. I saw, like, a bunch.
Oh,
like, more than
also,
we could
actually,
really
Grin,
do.
when you flew up, those two large sailing ships that have been. Oh, they said last session. I said they said Port Craig Navy on the sides that have been fitted with the excavation tools. When you flew up, they were just normal-looking people working those ships, not just Umbral Knights. There's also normal-looking, ordinary humanoids, humans, gnomes, dwarves, all working those excavation ships. So
No, they just like going.
no,
What
they're
the
just
hell?
they're just working on the ships, hauling cargo, moving stuff around. They don't seem to pay any attention to the.
Weird.
Well, we know what happened in the City of Embers. They have the ability to remove your mind.
Yeah.
Make you.
Grin's gonna share the information with
Yeah,
everyone, by the way. Yeah.
I'm not fit for swimming that far. I am not keen on dying either on this island.
Well, pick one, Antyr.
Some of the screams do sound like they're continuing, but like they're coming out, like getting closer, to the point where, like, you don't hear like. You do hear the echoing from being like they're inside a cave, and then occasionally you'll hear like a scream of someone yelling "help," but the echo is gone, like they're being taken out of the cave.
If we stick together, we can all escape on the Luminaire if we have to.
Yeah, I don't know about you guys, but I'm gonna actually go and investigate and see what these people are, what's going on with these people. You guys can do what you want, but I gotta check this out. I gotta see if anybody needs this.
Everyone still stay off of Owlbear because I need to do this for. I need to look at it for dimensions' sake.
Mm-hmm. Hopper is gonna start following Grin towards the island.
Right, just so you know, anyone who's out of the water will need to hold their breath the entire time.
Hopper's staying underwater until he gets to the coast.
You guys are like right there because you're right at the docks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
The cave is
on the other side of the
Like,
island.
in like there's not a way to get to the cave like from water, like climbing closer maybe.
You could attempt to swim to the other side of the island and try climbing up. Yeah, Grin, when you flew up, the other side of the island is pretty jagged. There's no visible like ways up. It would be crawling over jagged rocks if you went to go around the island and go from the back. It'd be crawling up like very, very sharp, slippery rocks. Oh, someone's on Owlbear.
Oh,
Well, I gotta move that.
Howdy.
Yeah, I don't even know what I was looking at.
Yeah, we gotta get. I'm heading out.
Okay, but
by the way,
how are you going to
how
get
do we
there?
rid of
You're making a choice, and there's no other way for other people to get there, Grin. How are we supposed to get there?
Hey,
I'm asking a
just
question.
sneaky.
It's
I'm
you're
just getting
sneaky. That's
information.
fine.
I'm getting
but if we-
information, Antyr.
there's
If things
what
go bad, I'm
information
coming
else
back.
can we do?
What do you
Find
mean?
out how to get there.
Yeah.
Great, we may know how to get there. A massive legion of people who are just waiting for us. There's
Did I
no other
mention
way
that
for
those
us
voices
to
were
get
coming from
there.
inside a cave?
Okay, great. They're yelling from inside a cave. How do we get to the cave? How do we get to the cave? We do the treacherous rocks? Is that what you want?
No, like
Find
this.
it out.
And he goes.
All right.
That's what he's
You-
going to find out.
So you can hold your breath for
Boy.
two. You can hold your breath for 2 minutes because your con modifier is 2.
Mm-hmm.
I need you to give me a stealth check.
Am I outside? Like, am I? Hold on. Sorry. Just a question.
Mm-hmm.
Are you having me be out of the water while the water's still below me, or what are you saying?
If you want to go scout the island, you will have to be out of the water.
Yeah, I will get as close as I can while underwater, and then pop out and then look around to see if I can find out what's going on.
Okay. Yeah. Stealth check.
Okay. Come on, buddy. That's all right. 14.
14. What's the passive perceptions we got going on here? A lot of them are distracted though.
Are y'all caught up on Andor?
Nope.
Yeah.
I haven't seen a single episode.
Oh my
Wait,
god.
never mind
good.
that. Never mind.
It's the best Star Wars thing, actually.
All right.
It is.
So,
Sam, thank
pretty
you.
high up.
Cool.
Yes.
Pretty high.
So you float up out of the water. You can see some Umbral Knights are leading what look like 5 or 6 people towards the front base of the tower.
Do I recognize any of the people?
They just look like
What do they
Commoners.
do? They humans or just various races?
various races, and as soon as they're kind of brought out, yeah, they're still they're like kicking and screaming, and they're being led all to the front base.
Are they shackled, like by the feet, hands, both?
They're not shackled at all.
So they're like just being manhandled, like
Yeah.
drugged by their
Yeah.
hands and stuff.
They're being led to
Okay.
the front base of this tower. and they're just kind of being positioned there. And then you can see some Umbral Knights are like perched up on a higher incline with crossbows trained on every single person to make sure they don't run. And there's about 10 with crossbows just perched up on an embankment. And there's like 15 or so kind of just surrounding the people just to make sure they also don't run.
Okay. Grin's gonna go back.
Okay.
Convey all of that information to everyone
Okay.
and say,
I don't know what we can do with this. There's a lot of innocent people, it seems.
how many did I see?
5 or 6. And you can still hear screaming coming from the caves, so there's a lot more.
I heard 5 or 6 from that they were leading out, but there's more inside the cave somewhere. It seems like they got some really good positioning. We got people up on the tower, like with their crossbows aimed out and everything. So if we did anything, it'd have to be, I don't know, with some type of obscurement. I can obscure. That's something I'm familiar with. But we'd have to be holding hands if all of you wanted to join.
Is there any ways that you would have been able to see where we can cut some of them off from the others, make it more manageable to combat them and get them out of the picture?
As far as I saw, it was an open field, and then that building there, and all of the shooters up high. So
Yeah,
unless we
Grin,
got some,
it seems like they have it well fortified, and pretty well fortified, to definitely ensure no one interferes with what they're doing. It seems like intent on ensuring whatever they're doing happens.
We'll just repeat that.
So that kind of means that we should fuck it up even more, in my opinion. But we gotta be smart, cause they got something going on here, and it seems really important to them.
You
So if
hear
we do anything, we gotta be smart.
you can hear people scream again, and as they do, the screams are cut like real short, and the beam of light in the sky gets a little bit brighter.
Oh, I know. Let's just go save the rest of the people that are there while the guards are away. We can do that. That's the first thing. That's the most important thing, I think.
I agree, but how do the rest of us get into the cave? Did you see a pathway or?
No, you guys just get the boat ready. Bring the boat over. I'll go over there. Get everybody over to the boat.
Okay.
Yeah, but you should not go by yourself.
I shouldn't. Can any of you hold your breath real well? You
Lionel,
can move real fast.
I don't breathe, good sir,
There we go.
but I
All
don't
right.
move fast.
Well, you
I'm
can
a-
just hop on my back. You weigh practically nothing anyway.
Oh, I'm much bigger than you.
Oh
though.
wait, you are bigger. Holy crap! I'm like tiny. I forgot.
What about perhaps Torger?
Oh yeah, I can move real fast, and also I can hold my breath for up to 2 minutes.
That's gonna be cutting it close to get across
Yeah,
the
me too.
island and get people out and get back.
Yeah, but I can also do it without being seen.
You could remove the ability to breathe the water.
How do I do that?
Well, I can
Yeah,
do
how-
that.
Yeah, that's what we'll need to do.
What if
Remove
we
it
get on the
for-
boat, y'all get close enough, y'all don't have a way to signal us. Shit. Oh. Wait.
We have the sending stones.
Antyr's... Oh, do
I-
we?
Yeah, I also have.
Torger and
Oh, that's
yeah.
right, that's right, yeah.
I'm also able to
I'm-
do things like this.
And he does minor illusion to do like fireworks in a 5-foot square.
How audible are those?
See that?
It's visual. I can choose between visual
Okay.
or audio. So I'm just doing visual under the water.
Okay.
Yeah, let's just
So
use
we
the
ha-
sending stone. Let's just use that.
All right.
So
Right.
Hopper, Vonkar, and myself and Doe will go attempt to sail the ship closer.
Or drag it.
Do you not think we could attempt to fight the current with the large vessel?
I mean, it's just hanging out here. It's
It
not.
is-
It hasn't.
During this whole conversation, it's probably floated out a little more now.
Yeah.
So it's probably
Yeah.
a ways out at this point.
Yeah.
Get it.
Vonkar, do you think we
Yeah.
can? Okay. All right.
Is someone attempting to swim out to the ship then? The little tiny ship?
Yeah,
Antyr's
I'll
gonna-
start.
Okay.
I'll start swimming out towards it.
Just see if you can get to it. Athletics check. Because the ship is being carried by the currents and stuff and the storm.
Ooh, natural 17 plus 0.
Okay. You start
Nice.
swimming out to it. It's about, probably at this point with all the conversation, Grin flying around, a couple minutes have passed. It's probably like 150 feet away.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a raging storm. The ship's still going to get carried out.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's a decent current going on.
And it is a smaller vessel.
Yeah.
All right, you guys got this?
I'm just gonna cast temporal accelerant on Lionel and himself.
Okay. So your swimming speed is just going to be your base walking speed then. Right?
No, it'll be 20 feet instead of, because that bumps up your movement speed by
Right.
10.
Okay.
So 40 feet of walking, so I can move 20 feet.
Okay. Cool. Who's all swimming towards the boat then? So
I guess I'll go towards the boat.
Yeah.
Okay.
'Cause I'm not gonna be much help. I'm not gonna be much help sneaking on land.
Alrighty.
If you want me to go on land and start beating people up, I can do that. But
Is Antyr dispelling the funky or no?
Not yet, until we get. Well, we have to get to the boat. And swimming above the water
Yeah,
is going to
and
be a lot unsafer than swimming under the water.
Yeah, I got a question real quick. So, if you dispel the funky, will we still be? Will that stop ours too?
Mhm.
Oh, cool. Well, bless.
Actually,
be safe.
Yeah,
Bye
hold on.
bye.
I'm good. I'm good. And
safe.
Now just hold your breath until you feel that you don't have lungs anymore.
no, I got it. And he holds up his water skin.
No.
Bottled water.
Also, Vonkar, can you go invisible like I can?
yeah, but and he just like kind of clanks his armor around a little bit under the water.
Oh yeah, cause you loud as shit. Bye.
Okay. So the group
Vonkar's wearing full plate.
the group swimming towards the boat. To reach the boat in time,
Yeah.
you all need to succeed on a group athletics check. Hopper rolled a 17. So I need the other members of group swim to make athletics checks.
Wow,
No, Vonkar!
So that's going to be
that one for an 11.
I'll chrono shift that.
Oh.
Ooh,
What does that
what's
do?
that mean?
You could re-roll.
Oh, cool.
Before we leave, could we give either Grin or Torger one of the sending
29.
stones?
You were already talking about
Torger
it.
already has one.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Yeah, they're all taking.
All right. So
I
Doe,
just wanted to make sure each group had one.
Doe and Cornelius are also swimming towards the.
Oh, yeah.
I use resilient. Oh,
I'm
that
gonna
is right.
use, I'm going to use my lucky for this.
Doe
roll.
got a 6 to reach the boat.
Oh, thank God.
Cornelius got a natural 20 for a 23. Antyr.
I rolled a 9, but I used my lucky to roll that to a 17.
All right. Group swim.
I know it's usually Garrett who does this, but is Cornelius rolling at disadvantage because he's got a level of exhaustion?
You do.
Oh, correct. Thank you.
Oh, no.
Sorry, it's usually Garrett who does it, and I'm sorry. everyone.
No,
It's okay. It's okay. I appreciate the honesty.
Yep.
honesty's important.
Sorry.
That's a 8 plus 4. Okay, or 6 plus 4.
that's 12.
Sorry, 6 plus 4.
Not bad.
A 10's okay.
So,
That's fine.
group swim
Middle of the road.
just reaches the boat. because the DC
Okay,
was
all right. I hope
the
that gets me
DC
some credit.
the DC was rough because it is stormy seas and you do have to reach
Yeah.
the ship that's going like.
Yeah.
Well,
We all
not
reached-
about to have a natural one for that. Sorry.
The DC was lowered from a 25, like the group total DC was lowered from a 25 to a 20 because of the chain hanging off the back.
Gotcha. Oh, and we could pull ourselves
Yeah.
along the chain.
So you're all kind of clinging onto the chain. Group Island. What are you doing?
All right, let's go.
So we're. Ooh,
I do need the two of you off of Owlbear though right now.
not on Owlbear. I'm off. Well, I'm.
Slick
Oh, you
Thunder,
want me to
s-
get off?
Yeah,
or
'cause I-
get
Yes,
on?
get off.
Get off,
I-
so I can keep
Okay.
track of the map.
All right,
Mine,
I'm off.
like it's not on my screen.
Slick Thunder.
I had it as a tab, but oh, okay. So you just close out of
No,
it completely.
I can just do this.
Okay, cool. Because I'm not looking at it. I've got.
There.
Guys, if you could see my tabs, you'd be like, easy.
Oh, I've got, like,
close about some of them.
Every time we play, I have like 40 tabs open. So. Okay. So. There are a lot of these fuckers on this island.
So many fuckers.
Uh,
Any of these fuckers phase through a wall and take a big, massive shit?
any of these? You catch any of these ghosts doing a cum shot? All right.
Big water come.
I think you should
It's
leave.
the adult tour. We can say whatever the hell
You
we
think?
want.
Why? You make any
You
friends?
can't change the rules
change
in the middle of the
rules.
thing just because you don't like the way I do it.
And then your mom pulls up and asks if you made any friends, and you didn't. All right.
I feel like you two are on a vibe
It's
together.
a
I don't
it's
know
a
what
it's a
you're
really
talking
good
about.
Netflix sketch comedy series. All right.
Oh.
I think you should leave. Check it out.
I wore a TC top from TC Tuggers last year for Halloween.
Nice. You guys are technically you guys are just trying to find the guy who did this. All right.
Mhm.
So. Torger
Are you
and
tugging?
Grin. Torger and Grin. I'm gonna give you an
Yeah.
exact measurement of the island now that I can.
Okay.
You're looking at towards the cave, 115 feet.
Right on.
Like from the
Um,
water into the cave?
Well, that's just direct. If you fly,
From where?
you're at 115. If Torger goes, it's going to be a little bit more of a trip because there's stairs. and-
You
kind
forgot
of-
I can fly, my guy.
That's right. Never mind.
But no worries. I also we're still.
Underwater.
I think we're going to. I think until I take the first big gulp of water and it doesn't taste like it all of a sudden is like like you take too big a drink when you're really thirsty in the summer.
Okay.
First one of those, I'm probably gonna go. Okay, get it.
All
We're
right.
flying. We're aerial just under the surface. Curious about a boat. We're just there.
Alrighty.
Just to paint a picture, guys. Sometimes, you want to be part of a world.
You do. And just so I can keep this fair, I am going to place where Umbral Knights are.
Great.
So I can see.
What? So, while I'm under the water, I'm gonna wait. But just cards on the table. I want to. My goal is to hold off on casting invisibility
Mm-hmm.
until I need to,
Okay.
both from a player and character perspective.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it only lasts so long, so I don't want to waste it.
Yeah, let's yeah, I agree. I'm the same way about my darkness, alright?
And I'm not adding all 50 to this map, otherwise I would be here all night. So,
Yeah, it'd be a lot. 50 is a lot. 50 is a
Alright.
lot of anybody.
Projekt, you ready? We're going.
We already are.
Alright.
Baby, yeah, we swimming right now.
alright, so you guys are like right there though. Because
Yeah.
Because
We're
you cut the ship at the
taking a
dock,
breath,
so you're still there.
Taking a deep breath and heading towards
Wait.
where the people were talking, screaming. Right? Yeah.
Wait, sorry. I guess I'm confused. I thought we were going towards the cave in the water until
Mhm.
the thing comes off. Okay. Sorry.
So
Just for clarity, you said take a big breath, and I'm like, we're already breathing, baby. I just keep swimming.
Well, I thought we were already there.
You're-
like, at
you're-
where the cave is.
no. To reach that, to go
It's 115 feet. is what it
120 feet away, if you wanted to go there, you'd have to swim all the way around the island to get there.
said. Okay.
Because it's on the opposite side of the island.
So I'm gonna start swimming towards it
All right. that'll be-
until the funky gets
Okay.
cast off. I don't know when you guys are doing it, but in real time, whenever you guys do it,
Okay.
I'll pop out of the water. I don't know how that changes perception, and I'm not trying to fuck with everybody, but
All right.
Just wanna
So
make
to
sure.
get to that point, it's gonna be a little bit longer then.
I mean, like, they also could
Yeah, yeah,
spell
yeah.
the funky now or whenever.
You guys also have to communicate that, and you have sending stones.
Oh,
Yeah, this is Island
60,
Team 1.
90,
Come in.
120, 150,
Anybody on the other sides of this?
180.
Okay.
No, we dropped it in the water in the ocean.
Wow.
All right. Okay, I'll go fuck off then.
If
Bye.
you remember, you do have to dispel it.
Yeah. No, I was talking about the descending zone.
Oh,
The
okay.
sending
Um,
stone.
Yeah, I was gonna wait to dispel it until
80 feet.
our team was on the boat. I don't know the time
All right.
fuckery.
you
that happens
guys-
here, so
You're all roughly swimming the same distance. Boat team is 150 foot
Got it.
swim. This team, they're swimming 180 feet to get to where the cave is, and then they'd have to fly up to get
Got
into
it.
the cave.
oh, okay. So then we're just a little bit behind boat team. If you
Yeah.
if you guys are at the boat, I think you would take over.
Yeah.
I'm not.
who has sending stone again?
Torger and Antyr.
Oh, I do.
Just for
I always
simplicity's
Yeah.
forget
sake.
that okay.
Yeah,
Sorry.
That's why.
it's always been you.
That's why it
Vonkar.
hurt.
Yeah, no
it
worries,
hurt a
no worries, okay.
little more.
Yeah,
than
yeah.
you loved the bit.
Sorry,
It hurt
sorry.
just a little more.
Once our team gets onto the boat, then
Mhm.
Antyr will relay the message
Okay.
to them, because that would be I figure by the time that we get on the boat, they would just be getting to cave,
Okay.
like to shoreline by
Yeah.
cave. So yeah, once Antyr's not even gonna wait for the
The message.
Antyr's gonna relay. The stars have landed, and then dispel magic on the funky.
Okay.
What does he mean? Stars?
All right. So, island team, where you are, since you swam around to get up, there is like a, what did I say, 20 feet up? 20-foot rocky incline straight up, but you both can fly, so you don't have to climb slippery rocks.
Straight to the cave.
All right.
Where
All
where
right.
the people are.
All right. As you begin to
concerned, so.
fly, you can see some Umbral Knights on patrol, rounding in front of the cave, because there are a lot of them. Stealth checks, please.
Yeah. Sorry. And then, as I said before, as I'm coming out of the water, I want to pop that
Invisibility. Cool. Okay.
Yeah. So that's a concentration spell for me.
Yep.
But it lasts for up to an hour.
All right.
So stealth check.
Yours is going to be with
with
advantage because you're invisible. So,
Thank you so much. I appreciate
stealth
it.
checks, please, for the two of you for
25.
25. Nice.
Mine's rolling out. I'll let you know. Thank God for advantage. 17.
17. Cool. Since this is a group stealth check and there's two of you, it's going to be dicey for these group checks. But yes, the two of you up out of the water. I'll say you're hovering when you can see these knights patrolling, walking by. The 6 people that were in front of the machine are no longer there. You can just see like crimson stains up on the side of it, kind of like where this orifice is. And if you remember the first machine you saw, this machine is fueled by blood. And the one in the Feywild had like the big room where they kept dismembered people. From where you guys are, you are about 20 feet from the mouth of the cave to the left.
We were going.
Okay.
Looking for the people.
You can hear them, so that helps.
We're going in that direction.
So you fly 20 feet towards the mouth of this cave. It is pitch black. No light sources at all inside. Do both of you have dark vision?
120
that-
feet.
Everything looks like dark vision to me.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So the two of you...
Black and white.
Torger, it's going to be hard for you to be sneaky in this cave if you're... Oh, you're invisible. Never mind. You're flying and invisible. Okay. So this
I'm
cave...
flying. I'm invisible. I've also got no armor on. I'm so
Right.
slick. They
So-
call me Slick Thunder.
So this cave is domed in the interior. Very excavated, like there's no like rocks or anything like in the way. It's like been
Like-
perfectly hollowed out kind of deal.
They're smooth. It's
smooth.
Ooh.
And it goes for about 30 feet into darkness and then begins to go like this down.
Okay.
Grin will have a
Keeps
much
flying.
Grin will have a much easier time flying around in here. The height is about 10 feet tall.
Okay.
So Torger, if
Not
you're
bad.
flying up near the ceiling, there's going to be like 4
Hey, he's a dwarf.
4'11" or whatever. So your feet might clip somebody. So you can just
Let me see.
tuck up towards the ceiling.
Yeah, I was thinking also, since I've got the boots, I'm doing a sort of a torpedo.
And you're like crawling along
Sort
the
of thing.
ceiling, like pulling yourself along the ceiling maybe, or what's going on?
I think even
Oh
I
yeah,
don't know how the
torpedo.
boots work.
I'm stupid. I'm thinking you're going like this, T-posing
no,
through.
dude. I'm going.
Flying
Going-
straight through.
Yeah, like kind
Oh,
of mission. I mean, I could even go if you guys want this flavor.
He's spinning like
I'm
this.
trying
full
not to
body
touch
spins.
it. Trying not. Oh, not spins. Oh God, I'd probably. People. What's that? Hey Joe, did you hear that sound? Did you toot? No.
all right. So you're flying like this.
Sorry,
that
I'm
makes,
having a good time.
that makes
I
more
guess.
sense than me thinking you're doing this for some reason.
No, I'm doing so. I'd probably like as wide. I'd probably be 3 feet around.
Cool.
if I'm-
Okay, that makes more. I don't know
for
why I
arms.
was thinking that. All right, cool.
Like, but like kind of torpedoing. You're right though in assuming I would probably want to be on the top third
Okay.
of a 10-foot just for maneuverability and the possibility
Okay, cool.
of up to 6 feet ish. If it's only 10 feet wide or
10
around
feet,
and
10
it's,
feet
and it's
around, yeah.
10 feet domed and it's very well carved, then the smoothness of the top I can probably
Yeah.
feel safer engaging with.
Sure. Okay, cool. All right. Grin, you don't have to worry about any of that because you're like 8 inches tall or whatever. So yeah, the pair of you are with all of this big sword though. So you know, it balances out. So the two of you are flying through this dark cave, and yeah, you reach this descent that goes down.
What's your move speed, Grin?
40.
Ah, same, bro. Okay, we're
Okay.
doing it at a clip. We're doing it
Okay,
at a
cool.
clip.
So you're going down this. You go down the descent then.
Oh hell yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
While you're doing that, boat team. You're all holding onto the chain.
Mm-hmm.
Do you all like start climbing onto the boat then, so you can breathe oxygen?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
the boat is still drifting out into the
Yeah.
reef.
Yeah.
Antyr
Alright,
will
climbing
starlight
up.
step the moment that they get.
Okay. Lionel will not miss you step for the sake of
That spell.
possible of a
Yeah.
wild magic search. So he's gonna
So, yeah.
climb up. Cornelius is struggling to get up, but you know, cats climb things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So you're all up on the side, the front side of this ship that is still going out to the ocean.
Uh-huh.
Well, not really the ocean, but the reef. You got like one of those big rocky spires that I described last session with the holes in the center that the wind whistles through. You got one of those coming up, Titanic style, about 300 feet away.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you're moving out. You're on the upper deck. It's like a small sailing ship. It looks like it's crewed by like 5 people. Not a big crew. It's mounted with not cannons but like ballistas and like net cannons that shoot big old nets. And then it's just your standard ship. It's got sail. It's got like one. It's got like 2 masts to drop
Okay.
sails, and then you got a door that looks like it leads into the captain's quarters where Antyr and Lionel did some thieving, and then you got the hatch that leads down into the lower deck. Oh,
Okay.
and then you have, at the very back of the ship, you have the wheel, which is just spinning, just.
Yeah. I want.
Vonkar,
actually,
to the spinny thing.
Yeah.
I got that. Yeah.
Antyr, help me untie these knots so we can get the sails down.
Can I have 10 minutes?
We are going to hit the rocks in about
Okay.
5.
All right.
Lionel's just like, my
Sometimes
family
you
are
need to use your actual hands.
my family are known for sailing ships.
Great.
Do
What do
you
you know
know how
about
to
sailing
tie a knot?
ships?
I never did. I had my servants do it for me.
Lovely.
Can you at least read the map or navigate?
Of course I can, child one, young one, whatever. Yes, of course.
I am
And
28 years old. I am not a child.
to ascend the steps up to where Vonkar is, Lionel has to literally like grab a step, pull himself up, pull himself up, pull himself up. He's like, I'll be there in a moment. He doesn't have any pants, he just has the coat, so technically he is poo bearing. So he's just like, I'll be there in a moment. No, he has pants. No, his coat's
bother.
very long. He doesn't have
Yeah.
pants. Ugh.
I'll be up to the steering wheel in just a moment.
It takes him like a while, not a long time, but he gets there eventually, out of breath. But he doesn't need to breathe, so he's just old habits.
Oh, bother.
Antyr, what are you doing on the ship as it's careening for that rock, which is now probably like 200 feet away? This is all your fault. So what are you doing? No, I'm kidding. What are you doing?
Jeez. Hopper said to untie some ropes, so Antyr's just gonna walk over to some ropes and start untying them.
Okay.
No.
Give me an intelligence check.
Sure.
With disadvantage, because this is dedicated to sailing ships.
Yeah. It's not Antyr's forte. Oh shit! I rolled a natural 17 and 18 for a 21.
Okay, you figured Hopper meant the sails and not the ropes, just on others. Like
Antyr has that. It's the gif of the lady seeing the math equations fly by their heads,
Okay,
and
cool.
Antyr's like looking at the different things and grabbed a rope and was like, "Oh, if I loosen that, no," and goes to the correct rope to We're trying to unfurl the net.
Yeah,
Right.
you put out your storm sails,
Okay.
not your big sails, because if you put out your big sails, you're gonna get absolutely fucked. But you want to put out your storm sails. It's probably
sails drop. And who wants to roll I'm trying to figure out what direction the ship is, so wind direction too. It's going to be random. Somebody roll me a d8 that is on boat team. Actually, no.
You say,
Non-boat team roll a d8.
Pressure's on.
don't put that evil on us.
I think it's funny.
Don't put that evil on us.
I think it's
The
funny.
pressure's on.
I think it's
Make
funny.
boat team do their own
No, I
fate.
think it's funny.
Boat team their own fate.
No.
I'll volunteer.
Yeah, we know that they're
since it
gonna
was
they're gonna
my-
roll
I
for
just-
us.
Okay,
in the
fine.
future.
Hopper.
Yeah.
D8.
I'll do it.
Oh, okay.
A D8.
Sorry, make your own fate happen.
Yeah. I was the one who told Antyr to do the thing. So
Because currently the way you're headed is east. One is north, so the wind is blowing north. So the sails do not impact your trajectory when they're dropped down by too much.
Okay.
Vonkar, you're running up to the wheel with Lionel.
Yep.
The wheel is just like,
Mhm.
just because it's having a bad time.
Yep.
What are you doing?
Vonkar is gonna, let's see real quick. How long does that last for? That's
Get
a
big and just
minute.
carry the ship to shore.
I mean, I can't get that big. I was considering getting real big on the anchor chain and just becoming the new anchor if we really need
Oh,
to deal with
dragged
it.
on the bottom, just.
I looked it up, and I'm pretty sure Vonkar actually becomes comparable with a ship's anchor.
You'd
in
be
weight.
roughly the weight of an anchor, yeah. So what are you doing? You and Lionel are
For
up at the
right
ship
now,
wheel.
Vonkar is just going to try and grab the wheel and
All
straighten
right.
it.
I'll say make sleight of hand because you're trying to move your hands into there while it's spinning around.
What if I'm not trying to be careful about it? I'm just trying to
Oh.
jam my arm in and tank it.
Then no roll required.
Okay.
So you just slam your arms in, and the wheel just cracks down on your wrist.
Mm-hmm.
Your snow,
armor
your
plating?
snow
All right.
piercing.
You know what?
Piercing it.
I'll make the ship make an attack roll against you.
Okay. All right.
Plus,
Okay, he's just gonna jam the armor in and try and just catch it on the armor plate.
plus 5. We'll say plus 5 to this. Oh, I can't see. Plus 5 to everyone. 9. So just boom,
No.
hits your armor.
Bang.
You stop
And
the
I'm just
wheel.
gonna grab onto it and try to just wrestle control.
Alrighty. Roll a d20.
Yeah.
We'll say you can do strength for this,
Okay.
not athletics,
Would it be
because you're
not
not
athletics, just
because you're
straight
not proficient in sea vehicles. So just a
Oh,
straight
okay.
strength roll.
Okay.
guys, we did it. We're pirates again. Full circle.
Well, you were never
It always
pirates.
comes
You
back.
didn't. We weren't really pirates before either.
This time, though.
This
Hey,
time we
when-
actually stole a ship.
When Grin was
We are
captain, we did a
pirates.
lot of piracy. As
So
much
when
piracy as
Grin
could
was
be
captain?
done. When Grin was, or sorry, when
When Grin
Reese
was
captain.
There you go.
Sorry, yeah.
All right.
So yeah, just a straight strength roll.
21.
21. Yeah, DC was 20 because you're trying to
Oh boy.
maneuver a ship without any experience in a storm.
Mm-hmm.
So, what direction you turn the ship to face the wind towards the
Uh,
port?
I'm listening to Lionel, who. Oh wait, no, he does. Oh, he knows navigation, right? We said.
Yeah. Where are we
listening
headed,
to-
good friend?
Somewhere safe. Tell me which way to go.
We're heading back towards the island.
Oh, back towards the island. Okay. Back towards
Okay.
the island.
West,
All right.
southwest, 100 and some odd feet.
All right. I get direction, not
Okay,
distance. I think that
so-
just comes with time.
The ship is turning. It's going to the east, so it's going to do a completely
Mm-hmm. Complete 180.
in a big storm.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone on the ship make Vonkar, no, because you're kind of holding onto the wheel. You're secured.
Okay.
I need Lionel. Anybody else who's on this ship to make dexterity saving throws, as the ship is maneuvering in a wide arc during a storm.
Dirty 20 for Hopper.
All right.
Oh no, Auntie.
21 for Doe.
I'm gonna use a lucky.
Okay, Cornelius got a.
Damn,
Cornelius
you're
got it.
burning through those.
Cornelius had bad too. I'll say if you rolled a 1 was going to be overboard.
Yeah,
If you
which I
rolled a-
did. I rolled a natural 1, and
Oh!
then by distorted time with my lucky, and I
Okay.
rolled a 19.
So Cornelius got a 5. So Cornelius just like slams hard into the side of the boat and takes 2 bludgeoning damage. Antyr, what'd you get with the new roll?
19.
19. You see yourself in your mind's eye tumbling over the railing and drowning in the ocean.
Hard pass.
But you're like, nah, I'm good. All right, so you guys,
Grab onto the rope. Very dramatic. Hair's blowing in a stormy wind.
Okay.
Sailing across. Hopper, look at me. But does it actually say
I
that?
really want
It's
the
just
rope to just go like this in the wind and get caught in the
it's-
wind and wrap around the mast with you on it.
Perfect.
Yeah, you know what?
Oh no, Noose. Noose is
No,
back.
you rolled good.
Yeah.
I wanted to have you like restrained to the mast by getting whipped around. All right, so
Yeah, Hopper's just holding on to one of the
okay.
horizontal beams
So
of the map.
Vonkar
with the-
successfully turns the ship around, and you're sailing into the wind.
Every now and then
Um,
I get a little
Into the wind is
excited.
tough, so you get a significant reduction in speed, which will be safer for the storm. Cave team, you're still flying down.
Mm-hmm.
You come into a fun little room, chamber, singular chamber, nothing else. There are people. They're chained to the walls by these like almost spectral looking, transparent, ethereal, like mint green colored chains, like wispy chains around their wrists and ankles. And on the back wall of the cave is this like someone painted an archway into the back of the cave wall in with blood, like a runic archway, and the runes are in Sylvan. Grin can read Sylvan, and it basically just says neglect. There's a bloody handprint in the center.
Are there any like guards in the immediate area?
How about I roll for it? Nope.
Grin will go up to one of the prisoners. Actually, before I do that, What do each of the prisoners look like, so I can kind of like
So
pick one?
there's about 30 or so. Um, Various humanoids of various ages.
If it's 30, if it is 30,
It's a lot.
then Torger, not to try and step on your ship, bro, but like Torger would start like going up and just like starting to work on undoing chains.
Okay, before we get to that, no children whatsoever. It's all just like adults, elderly people. It's a lot of adults, mostly elderly people. As for the chains, Torgers, you go to like touch the chains, you kind of just like phase through them, like they're not tangible. They're like green, ethereal, kind of like they're not actually there, but they are restraining these people. And it's pitch black, so they can't see anything. A lot of them, upon close inspection, they all have like milky eyes, like cataracts, or that they've been blinded. Like their eyes are just all pure white. And they're just like looking
But they're-
around.
Are they screaming still, or are they not?
They seem to have stopped. But they all seem very like they're shaking. They're all like looking around nervously, but they can't see. And you can easily tell that they're blind. And all very, very old people.
Grin's gonna go to the oldest one.
Okay. Let me roll D100. And then add 40 to it. Never mind, I don't need to add 40 to that. You see a really old human man, in like...
The president of Del Boca Vista.
he's got like a nice tartan vest, like a checkerboard vest, wispy, balding, white hair, a bulbous, crooked nose, big old forehead, liver spots. Looks like he's in his late 80s, and he's kind of just huddled on the floor in like the fetal position, rocking back and forth.
Hello, old timer.
Huh?
I'm here to help.
Looks
What's
around.
going on here?
I don't know. They... We were taken off the streets. The Marquis promised us fresh food, warm clothes, and bedding. And when we went there, there was this bright flash of light, and I couldn't see anymore. I remember feeling the waves, like we were on a ship, and then walking across hard rock. People are taken away occasionally, and they don't come back. I don't know, I can't see.
When they take people away, do they say any words when they take them from their chains?
They do, but I can't understand what they're saying.
Does it sound like... What, can you try to repeat what it sounds like?
I'm gonna make him make an intelligence check to see if he can do that. He tries to stumble over the words, but he can't really get it out.
Okay. So, if it is Sylvan, he can't, like, Grin can't
No.
quite figure out what that those words
He rolled
are.
a 9 trying to pronounce it.
Alright.
But there's...
They do say something each time they pull someone away and get them out of their chains, though.
Yes.
Torture. They're using magics to keep these people chained up. There's some type of word to release them.
Yeah, do you think it's got to do with that fucked up door?
The...
Looking at the blood archway.
Yeah. Are you having this conversation audible enough for this old man to hear? Or yes?
Yeah.
No? Okay.
Oh, of course. No, I want to even put a like rub his back.
He kind of sits up a little bit now that he feels like he's talking to people that aren't gonna hurt
give
him.
a nice back rub.
Occasionally I do feel a draft coming from behind us, and then I hear another individual more sophisticated than our captors. But I don't understand what he says either. It's like
Does that happen every time they take people away?
No, about once. I don't know.
Do I see?
I was on the street playing ball with my friends. We were playing hide and seek and playing ball, and then the
Wait, how old? How old are you?
How old do you think you are?
I'm 7.
Oh shit. Okay.
The Marquis promised my friends and I warm food, and of course we went.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, give me a second. I want you to sing your favorite. What's your favorite song?
The Drowned Maiden.
Yeah. All right. I want you to sing your favorite song. Sing it so loud. You get everybody else to sing it with you. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Grin.
Yeah, Grin's going over to Torger. He senses that Torger's got something going on.
And then I'll just say for the two of you, what's your passive insights? The pair of you.
Not great. 11.
11.
14.
14. Torger. Every old person in this room they're afraid, but it seems more like a childlike fear, not like an adult who's scared.
I was gonna ask, are these clothes looking kind of tight?
They've been fitted with fresh clothes.
Yeah, but they all still kind of smell like mothballs in a weird way.
Sure.
Oh my god.
Yeah, the old man said he was 7 years old.
Oh yeah, no, I get it. We're on some sort of fucking Pinocchio tournament to Donkey's Island, but just with old people.
What's up, Torger?
It's not my best metaphor.
What's going on, Torger? What's your plan here? They're
alright.
singing their song.
Yeah. Well, no, clearly.
Yeah,
we
they're
can
singing their
both
song.
hear it.
It's about a woman who drowned her husband in the reef. But it's like it's like all like dark child fairy tale songs. There's kind
It's
of
a real-
there's kind of
Hang
a
around the rosy.
yeah. So there's kind of like a darkness to it.
It's a real influenza song.
Yeah.
All right. So there's all like there's all grandpa's children. So we's got to maybe figure out. I think we's got to go deeper before we're going to get any answers.
Oh, this
Also-
is the only place this cave led to. Is this chamber right here?
Yeah, but what's the fucking deal with the archway? There's blood, but it's also got writing, and I don't know what it's. Do we need
Yeah,
to
so
put...
when it comes to that, I think we should try to, I don't know how to say it. Consecrate doesn't sound like the right idea, but definitely screw that up.
Wait, I got an idea. Why don't we wait here, and then when they goes to get more, what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw my voice, and I'm going to act like this captain, and I'm going to say, brings them all, and then they're going to unlock all of their wrists, and then we're going to attack them from behind, and then we're going to like maybe break their neck, and like we're going to take a knife and put it from the outside of them, and we're going to put the knife inside of them.
I am both disturbed, but also kind of excited about your plan here. However, we're dealing with children.
Yeah, we're not going to put the knives inside the kids. We're going to put the knife inside people who's trying to hurt kids.
Right, but the children aren't gonna fight back too.
Yeah, but the thing is, what's really cool is that they don't get to see us, and we're going to kill at least 2 really quick,
I
and
think
then
I agree with your plan, though I think we should wait until they say the magic words so that we can unshackle everybody.
yeah, that's why I was going to say that I was like I said I was going to be. I'll get closer. I'll let you know, just so it's really close. What I said I was going to do was I was going to throw my voice, like I was a human large puppet, and then I was going to throw my voice, and then I said, "Oh, I'm your captains. We need full powers now," and then just brings all the bodies so that they does the hard work for us, and then that's when we puts our swords inside of them.
So here's the big problem.
Yeah, what's the problems?
All the Zumblnets, I think they can see in darkness. So we gotta be, like, really, really stealthy.
And Grin, you've also only ever heard them speak Sylvan.
And they only speak Sylvan.
Yeah, okay, so here's I am, just standing here in front of you. Yous can't see me. Also, parts 2, you're the ones who's, like, yous also can throw yous voice. I can see.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So I feel like what you's doing is just like, I'm putting tracks in front of a moving train, and what you's doing is like you're thinking that you're throwing logs instead of tracks. You just just coming up with problems instead of solutions.
No, I'm thinking that's great. And I'm just saying, like, when this happens, there's so much that needs to be done. It does seem like we have to wait, but we don't know how long we have to wait until they say it, until they come back.
Speaking of... Oh, Sam's gone. Regardless, boat team.
Boat team!
The ship is slowly sailing towards the island. You know, towards the docks.
Can we start making our way around towards where Grin said the cave was, instead of the docks?
Mm-hmm.
Just kind of trying to pretend we're doing a lap around the island before heading back to the port.
Sure. Sam, I'm going to be making a check for Vonkar to sail.
Oh, like following the curvature of the hurricane winds that are going on.
Yeah.
Is the loop to like slingshot around like what they do in NASA for like.
All right.
Yeah.
Here we go. Without
Got a loop-de-loop and pull.
Huzzah. 19. Or 20. Okay.
Nice.
Hell yeah, Vonkar.
Amazing.
Sailing.
We'll make a pirate captain of you yet.
Okay. You start to sail around the circumference of the island, where the cave is and the 20-foot rocky incline. You do not have an anchor. You're about 30 feet away, 40 feet away, kind of approaching. Because you are sailing into the wind, so it's a slow approach.
Yeah.
But you're about 30, 40 feet away from that cave entrance. Yeah.
Sorry, I'm trying to think of a thing.
30 feet away. 25.
Is there any pointed rocks nearby that aren't like super tall at all?
Yeah, they're like some jut out of the sides of this island.
Okay, hopefully we can time this right. I want to try to loop our tie off our stabilization rope, like that you would normally use to tie it to a dock. I want to try to get it tied around one of those spikes
Okay.
so that we're attached to the island
Alright.
instead of on an anchor.
There's a lot of wind.
Yeah.
Give me a sleight of hand check. We'll say the DC is 16.
Okay. I just need to roll a 9. Just gotta roll a 9. Oh, that's a 9. Oh,
Okay.
16 exactly.
You just get the rope on, and you can pull, and it tightens.
Yes, that's awesome.
Something I did work. Something I thought of work.
And
Victory.
the ship sails are still up, but you are going into the wind. You have the rope tied off to this big rock,
Mhm.
and it comes to a
I'm gonna tell Antyr to start rolling up the sails so that we don't have the sails
Okay.
going against us.
Okay.
Sail.
Okay. The sails are the masts are tall, so they would be seen like that. Didn't prep for this either. Okay. All right.
Is there any way we could take the mast down
No.
at all? No? Okay. It's not a Viking.
Do you
It's
have
not a
a
dope Viking
collapsible?
launch ship.
No. Boat crew's gonna have to make a stealth check to get this approach stealthily, because what you're doing now is kinda not what
It's a little suspicious.
not what this naval captain would do.
Yeah.
This is definitely suspicious. So group stealth check for boat crew.
Very suspicious. Do I have to make it with disadvantage for my armor?
No, because you're not really moving about.
Okay, sweet.
Doe got a 17.
19 for Hopper.
Lionel got a nat 1. But I think Lionel's gonna do. Can I do that before he rolls? Tides of Chaos. Advantage. He's gonna roll again. Calls upon his innate wild magic and rolls again for a natural 20.
Woo!
Cornelia. Vonkar stealth check. Not using his armor, so it's just gonna be a straight roll.
Oh.
Vonkar got a 17.
Nice. Nice.
Cornelius got a 7. Big ol' cat. Yeah, the boat gently rests up against the. Well, it wouldn't really rest up against it because it's a rocky outcrop and there's a lot of jutting out points. But you are resting up against these jagged, slippery rocks. And it's a 20-foot climb up to the island, and then another 20 feet to get to the cave. And you're muted.
If I can, now that we're not moving anymore, I want to get a second rope just as a
Do you
stabilizer.
have a second rope? Do you have all these ropes that you're using?
I was taking them from the ship.
Oh, right,
storage.
okay. Sure.
Because they got girthy ropes on ships. So
Okay.
I would just want to basically do the same thing, just as a stabilizer,
Okay.
so that we're not going like swirling on
Okay.
a single point and smashing into the rocks.
All right. Boat team, what are you doing? The boat is somewhat stabilized. Again, not
Antyr,
perfectly because there is a lot of jutting out, jagged points.
Yeah. Until let them know that we are available as a drop point.
The stars are near the cave. What's your status?
You're muted.
Yeah, muted.
Okay, come in. There's lots of kids who thinks there's old people, and we got to get them out of here, and they's all chained by magic. Over.
Relay that to the
Okay.
boat team.
Since cave team has been in there for some time now, I would like the both of you to make perception or investigation checks.
Mm-hmm. For the sake of this,
Yeah.
Can we do a little talking
Yeah, but
beforehand?
Mhm.
Oh, okay. No, you know what? Never mind. Yeah, you said what was it?
Perception or
Perception or
investigation?
investigation? I'm gonna
Okay,
do
thank you.
perception.
Same.
Ooh, poops.
Ooh.
16.
Poops.
Uh,
16.
the chains, magical chains, all seem tethered to that door. The archway that's made in the stone.
So there is a door.
Well, the
Yeah,
archway that's
yeah.
painted into the wall.
Okay.
That's said in Sylvan, neglect, and then the bloody handprint in the middle. That's the
Yeah,
archway.
that's why I asked about the door earlier. That's the door I was referencing. This
Wow.
is the only place we would go into.
Alright, so it looks like all the chains are going to that door.
So let's fuck with that door.
That's what I'm saying. We
No, I
might
don't
need to
fuck
draw.
with it.
Do you have some blood you want to give to kind of F with the?
Shit,
Your
I got a whole
sigils?
body full of blood.
All right.
Wait, you's got a whole body full of blood? We's got
Maybe I
some
got
blood.
tinier bodies.
Okay.
I got less blood.
Just because I got like 20 times the amount of blood. All right, fine. I guess my blood doesn't matter as much. All right.
Okay, you slice your palm.
Sure.
Okay.
So we're gonna mess with the glyphs on here.
I don't know what you wants to do. You speak the language. I just got blood. I'm just a huge blood bag for you.
It really only says neglect.
Yeah, very, very spaced out around the perimeter of the arch.
Okay. And do the chains go all towards the hand?
Into the sides of the arch, like the circumference of it.
Okay.
How do you say that word in Sylvan?
Neflagat.
The word.
Okay. The archway flares with the same energy as the chains. Just. $62. Okay.
It all turns into ghosts.
They do age a little bit more. A few do not survive the aging process.
That's not what I meant. It's not what I meant.
And then the archway cracks slightly and opens up, revealing a gloomy landscape beyond of dead trees and a towering mountain in the very back with a mile-tall dead tree growing out of the peak.
We knows this from the painting.
And also what's coming through the sky.
And what's coming through the sky. Wait, does it look like this specific one's coming through the sky?
It looks like the same landscape.
And it looks like the same tree?
Yeah.
Okay, so always in the middle of a loop. Don't you see it's the same?
You don't see the rift in the sky through this doorway though.
Mm-hmm. You see, so like this.
Boat team. Just because I don't want to keep you guys split up too long, it's stressing me the fuck out.
Yeah.
Um,
Sorry.
Boat team, you've somehow positioned yourself at a point on this back of this rocky island with a 20-foot incline up on jagged rocks.
Yeah, they have. I informed all of the old people, children.
Yeah.
Like I said, so what's happening right now is simultaneously what's happening in the
Yeah.
cave, just so I
Yeah.
can not be stressed out.
Is there one more rope that's approximately 30 feet long? Somewhere on the ship, probably.
Nope.
Okay. I'm gonna. Is there a way that I could probably like try to hop up on some of these outcroppings and then up onto the top of the cliff?
You can certainly try.
Would it be in acrobatics?
Yeah.
Okay. I am going to attempt to get up on the cliff and help them out up there. Is anyone going to join me?
Just for your armor gives you disadvantage on stealth, right?
Yes.
Hopping up will be very loud in armor.
Where is it? Would I have had enough time to take off my armor while we were getting to this point?
Would you have had that thought in your mind initially, or is that coming into your mind now because of what I described?
No, I think Hopper's been thinking about it, like, as a point, like, since they were underwater, of what would be the best way to, get through this island, and I think he's, like, once they got to the ship and had a chance to, like, actually set stuff down.
Okay.
He was starting to, like, take
All right.
off the Bramblehide
All right.
Cuirass.
Take off your armor.
Yeah. Alright, yeah. Gonna take it off. AC is a 16. I still have my Artificer's bracer
Okay.
on still.
So you're going to attempt to hop
and
up
my...
these slippery
Yeah.
rocks? Okay, acrobatics check.
Oh, it was almost a 16. 10?
10. You get about halfway onto the deck of the ship and it takes 6 bludgeoning damage. Back into the cave, team.
Hey, Torger. What I was thinking was not to activate the doorway, but to actually, screw up what was going on with it so that they became unshackled. Could you mix your blood around so that it, like, screws up the glyphs, the runes on there?
When the archway opens, sorry, there would be no more glyphs, because the entire thing would have turned into the opening into this new place.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So how's the chains look now? Are the chains gone?
They seem to
Yeah.
like stretch into the landscape, and they kind of like similar to the chains like Grin had for the creep. They kind of fade after about 20 feet, like they just disappear. They end.
So when the archway was closed before, it looked like they were just like anchored to the wall, but like now that it's open, it was more just like that they were shutting the door.
Yeah.
Alright, so he's got to find the peg that they're pegged into the ground and untangle the peg so that they can go free.
I will be nice in this moment. Grin, this place beyond gives you, I mean, it's probably obvious, but it gives you very, very much Feywild vibes.
Yeah, I mean, we're using a bunch of Sylvan, so yeah. I mean, that's what I was gathering.
Okay.
But that, I mean, I'm not quite sure what you mean. Because I'm not sure how that helps right now.
If you two decide to enter and then leave, time for you two may be fucked.
Yeah.
So maybe wait for the rest of us.
It could be years before you two get back, essentially.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, I don't know when this thing will close. I don't know what the stipulations are, but we wait for this thing to close, and then we just gotta fuck up the connection. We gotta sever the connection by screwing up the runes, either with blood or with.
Yeah, but the runes are gone.
I know. We gotta wait for the effect to end. It doesn't last forever.
Okay.
In the meantime, maybe we can.
Are the people that are shackled, are they like in cages at all as well, or are they just standing there? They're just standing there, a bunch of them.
They're all like sitting.
They're sitting. Okay.
Yeah, got a chain on them.
It's like they've been aged to the point where they can't exactly like.
Probably leaning.
They're very tired.
Sitting,
They're not.
leaning, yeah.
They're
Exhausted.
They're very, very old.
They got heavy ass chains.
spectral though they may be, I imagine they're probably like someone who's got chains on them and shit. Alright.
Do the chains seem like tight?
Strangely, no.
Okay. Hey, what's your name? And he'll just pick someone at random.
George.
Hey, George, could you get up and try moving?
12. He does, but very, very slowly.
Mm-hmm. And so, can he move away from the door?
Yeah, the chains strangely never, like, go taut.
Alright, I think we can start moving everybody, but we gotta sever the connection on that door at some point.
Alright.
That sounds good to me.
Boat team. Because again, this is all happening very, very close together.
Right.
Their
Hopper.
crow's nest.
On this one, no.
Okay.
But Hopper just attempted to hop up the rocks and fell like 10 feet and poof, onto the deck.
Ouch.
You want to get up there?
Yes,
Papa?
we have. Yes.
All right. How far? Sorry, it's 20 feet still.
20 feet to the top.
Second level nebulous exchange.
Okay.
On Hopper, you can you could choose to fail, but you feel there's that belly button sensation, and you see the stars kind of swirl around you, and do you choose to fail?
Yeah, I'll choose to fail.
Okay, you appear at the top. It's vortex warp.
Ooh.
Okay, Hopper, as you appear at the top, every single night is gone.
I'm gonna quickly duck inside the cave.
Okay, so you're gonna run 20 feet to the cave. Okay. What about the other boat team? Cornelius is gonna stay on the boat because the Displacer Beast isn't exactly inconspicuous.
Yeah.
Not exactly tiny.
Well, I guess we're just watching Hopper at this point.
Yeah,
because
Hopper's gone.
Okay.
Well, in the process of like they're at this moment they're getting to the top of the with
Right.
magic.
When he notices that there are no more knights, does Hopper mention that, or just keep going?
I think I'll give a all clear sign, because I can't send messages or anything, and I don't have a sending.
You would have seen
spell.
that as soon as you got to the very top of the rock face, though, so everyone's still directly below you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so,
he can see you. So.
Yeah, when I see that it's clear, I'll give them an all clear signal,
Okay.
and start heading for the cave.
All right. The rest of the boat team.
I guess. Antyr, do you have some way of getting up there?
Oh yes.
All right. Then I'll just start climbing.
All right. It is slippery, so athletics check with disadvantage.
Okay. Please could do. We can do.
Oh right, Vonkar. I forgot to mention. You would have been able to breathe on land when the funky was going.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. Yes, Vonkar doesn't get the side effects of
That's
the
right.
funky. He can breathe
Anyways,
wherever. It was a 14 on the climb.
I keep forgetting that. You just get up.
Oh, that was slippery.
And as Vonkar crests the top, Antyr's gonna do a starlight step to
Okay.
appear next to Vonkar.
I'll stay behind and look after Cornelius.
Okay.
Thank you.
Also, because I can still get spied on.
All right. Lionel, keep Doe safe.
Yes, of course. All right, so Doe or Antyr, Hopper, Vonkar. You're on top of the rocky outcrop. You see the tower. the beam of light is like slowly kind of getting thinner and thinner. But there are no
Like it's
knights.
fading.
Yeah, but there are no knights on the island, and you're all like near the cave where Torger and Grin went.
I guess we'll go look in the cave then.
Okay.
Yes, let's.
We don't see any in the general vicinity, or it looks like they're
Like,
emptying
the island is clear. Even this excavation ships, you can see that they're starting to like get ready to sail away.
Turn around.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're coming in. Be ready.
Okay. You all, the two of you down in the cave, a couple of seconds later, after the door opens, you can see the others, you can hear the others making their way down. Pitch black to anybody who doesn't have dark vision.
Goggles on.
Right, and you all regroup at this, in a room full of old people. Grin, Torger, Torger's still invisible actually, and a weird doorway leading into a landscape that is similar to the rift above.
Grin, Torger, are you here?
Yeah. Hi.
Is this everyone that you saw?
Mostly.
Island is completely vacant.
Really? Alright, let's destroy this whole damn place then.
Right.
Anyway, these guys are free to walk. They got some tether on them, but we can try to destroy that when this doorway closes, I think.
Looks like those chains go through the doorway.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So we just gotta destroy the doorway once it goes away. I can't imagine it lasts forever, because it was there in the first place, and it seems like they've been using it to siphon the life force from all of the prisoners in order to facilitate this event that is occurring right now.
They used some of them for amplifying the beam and the others for the doorway?
Well, it seems like they were using one for one end, and, like one for pushing and one for pulling, if you get what I'm saying.
Okay. And with the doorway open, there's none of the symbols or anything like that are visible, correct?
No.
Though I am curious why all of them are leaving. Did we happen to give everything away? There's like did you guys let something slip in front of door?
No.
Why are they all gone?
Did they sense that this happened? Vonkar's going to point at the open doorway.
I don't know, it doesn't seem like. Seems like something they've done before. It was all in place.
Oh, I mean, yeah, I just trying to figure out why. I'm not complaining, certainly. I think this makes it easier for us.
That's what worries me. Anyway, let's do what we need to do. Let's get these people out of here. Get them to the boat.
Right?
All right.
Okay. As you start to like lead the elderly children to the mouth of the cave, that's roughly where the chains go taut.
Could I cast detect magic?
Yep.
No, I want to cast identify on these chains.
Okay.
And I'm gonna use the spell slot, so it only takes a minute instead of 11 minutes.
Okay. Anybody doing else? Anything else in that minute? You're now at the mouth of the cave. Yeah, everyone who was inside Torger and Grin, you can see the island is completely empty.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go over to where the structure is and start whacking away at it.
All right. Good to know.
The door?
No, the tower.
The big ass tower.
All right.
I'm just gonna start hitting it.
Okay. Ping, ping. Hopper. The chains are affected by the arcane lock spell.
Okay. That's it.
That's all you can read off of it right now. Grin, give me 1 attack.
$22 to hit.
22. Ting. Roll damage.
$19.
All right.
Can Antyr make its way back to the door?
Like in the cave.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Gonna summon Endylus to be at the mouth of the cave with the others.
Okay.
Is doorway still open?
Yep.
Shit. I don't have a minute. I can do it in a minute.
Anybody else doing anything?
Trying to think of what I can do right now.
All right.
I'm trying to like reassure, like rub some backs of
Okay.
some, you know.
That seems
old
to be
children.
helping.
Yeah, so collectively trying to. Yeah, it's going to be okay. We're going to get you to a place where you don't got to have chains and you gets regular back rubs and maybe you gets to, you know, beatbox and break dance, whatever you wants to do, you know.
Grin, you still attacking the tower?
Yeah.
Another attack roll. Can you do more?
Relentlessly.
Can you do more than 1 attack right now, or no? You can't. Okay. Well, yeah, just 1 attack, please.
If I can, I'll do Booming Blade.
Absolutely.
Okay. So that's a 19 to hit?
Doesn't hit.
Doesn't hit. Okay.
Antyr, you're standing in front of the gate.
Mm-hmm. Just gonna try it. The chains
Mm-hmm.
are still coming from this
Through the door, yeah.
through the door.
I do let Antyr know that it's affected by the arcane lock spell. will pass it
Each
on.
chain is arcane lock.
Yeah.
You can assume. Yeah.
I'm gonna try to dispel magic on the door,
Okay.
on the path.
Roll a d20 and add your spell modifier.
I can roll lucky for that. Spend my luck point. Ass.
And add a
Nope, even
and
fucking worse.
Add a
7.
Add a 7 to that.
14.
14. Okay. It shimmers briefly but remains open.
Right. With that failed. But no.
Grin, I assume you're still attacking the tower?
Yep.
Alright, go again.
Bring it down. I think there's only a 60% chance I hit this thing.
You are rolling crits for these, right? Because of your weapon?
I only roll crits for damage. I don't.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
So yeah,
Okay.
I rolled an 18, so that doesn't
Nope.
hit. I only have a 60. No, I have a 40% chance to hit. So
Anybody else doing anything? Torger's comforting the people.
Oh, we's going to sing George's favorite song about drowning ladies. Oh, she was drowning, but it's okay.
Vonkar just kind of wants to like look through, like everyone's looking at the doorway itself. Vonkar just kind of wants to like spend this time staring through it into the landscape and just like peering in the direction the chain's going and just like seeing, just like kind of scanning that
Okay.
direction to see if he can spot anything from here.
They go about 20 feet in, and the chains kind of end abruptly, similar to the chain leash that the creep had.
Right. But like that, the direction they're pointing in.
Investigation or perception.
Okay, let's see. Those are both equally good, so I guess we'll go with perception. Dirty 20.
Okay.
Nice.
The longer this door remains open, you can see the sky of this place is like darkening slightly. It's kind of every couple like minutes at this point, you can see the sky gets darker and darker.
The sky of the Feywild or around?
The
outside?
Feywild.
Okay.
Alright, Grin, give me another attack. This tiny little sprite is just hammering away into this tower.
27.
That hits, so it is a crit.
Right. Plus 9. That's 32.
Okay. As you're smashing into this one like corner of the tower, I assume, inside you can see this pulsing like heart. It's about like you're looking at it, you can see like it's like you're seeing the bottom edge of a heart. It's just beating, and it's just connected with tons of these hollow wires that are filled with blood that pump up to the sphere at the top, and you're looking directly at a heart. You got like there's like a hole, like you've chipped away a hole about this big into it, and you can see the heart just
Interesting.
and it looks like a humanoid heart, but engorged and like big.
Okay. Quick thing
Yeah.
before moving on somewhere else. Divine sense.
Divine sense. What does that pick up?
You can detect good or evil. Until the end
Okay.
of your next turn, you can sense anything affected by the hollow spell or know the location of any celestial fiend undead within 60 feet that is not behind total cover. You
Okay.
can use this feature 5 times for prolonged rest.
Evil. But doesn't radiate like a creature type. Just an overwhelming aura of evil comes from that heart.
I just wanted to make sure, because, yeah, you know, things be weird.
Mm-hmm.
Before it goes somewhere else, I'm going to use the command
Okay.
action and just tell it to stop.
Okay. Interesting. Cool. Let me just pull up the spell for my own
Just
for my own sake.
angina.
Wisdom saving throw. Okay. That is a 13.
That fails.
Okay. It just stops beating. There's a moment. Another moment. Before the entire island just violently shakes as the rift in the sky slams shut. And the doorway in the cave, in unison, also slams shut. The magic scatters, and all of the chains, one by one, break. And all of the old people that survived begin to de-age back to what they looked like as children. And that's where we're going to go to break.
Good work.
Yay, Grin! Jesus. I was so stunned.
Hit it
on
really
what
hard.
to do.
This is why I don't like being in charge of choices.
So, we'll be back in 10 minutes or so to polish all the rest of this. So, see you all very soon.
I don't like making choices for everyone.
Hello. There. So. Heart stops beating. Rift goes away. Oh. I definitely have to minimize Caleb's little overlay, though. Caleb is just a big old head. So yeah, the rift in the sky goes away. The storm is still there. Not as violent, but still there. Rift goes away. Tower turns off. The doorway in the archway in the cave closes and vanishes. It's no longer on the stone. All of the chains scatter and dissipate, and all of the children that survived. And I rolled a percentile dice when it was activated. I rolled 62. So of the 30 children, 30 elderly people, 12 are left, reverting from old people to back into children, or into children. But that's where we are. Grin, you're hovering in front of the tower. The heart just kind of stops.
Is the tower falling in my direction?
It's not falling at all. The heart just stopped beating. The tower's still standing.
Okay. I will look around to see where everyone is, and
they're at the mouth of the cave.
Cool. I'm gonna work to take down the rest of this tower.
All right. Are you attacking the tower or the heart?
I'm attacking the tower because I feel like if the tower falls, it's gonna kind of fuck up the heart too.
Okay.
But ultimately, the tower is like the structure, and if the heart is left, I will do what is needed,
Okay.
or investigate the heart further.
All right.
But it seems like the structure was made for a reason, so the structure is what will go first.
Alrighty. So this tower is 35 feet wide, 100 feet tall. Okay. It's big. Alright,
Yeah.
make another attack.
Okay.
Everybody else at the mouth of the cave can see Grin just chopping at this tower. The storm's gone. Or the storm's still there. It's still pretty bad, but the red light is gone. No Umbral Knights whatsoever. You can see the two naval ships that were excavating this region are sailing back in the direction of Port Craig. What'd you get?
17 to hit.
Nope. Ting!
Ding. That's okay.
Vonkar will join in and start punching.
Alright, make an attack roll.
All right.
Oh, hey guys, it's a good old-fashioned wall punch, huh? How comes to help?
9.
No.
Oh.
AC is 20.
Okay.
Anybody else do anything? Antyr, you and did you leave all the stuff you took from the ship on the ship, or is it in your hands still, like on your person?
Probably. No, yeah, it's on the ship.
All right, then ignore the 7 I gave you earlier.
Oh, well, yeah, then I still didn't succeed.
All right,
Justin,
ignore the 7. Yeah,
question.
yeah.
Because I don't know if it was necessarily considered when in the original writing. When Vonkar does his resilient body, where he turns into adamantine,
Yeah.
Do his fists gain the quality of adamantine weapons of ignoring like object hardness?
No.
No? Okay. Okay. So he wouldn't. So that wouldn't add any effectiveness just punching stone. Okay. All right. Well, I figured it was worth it. I didn't know if turning my fist into metal would make them more effective at bashing through stone.
No, if you wants to get through dirt, rock, stone, you've got to turn your hands into shovels.
I will say, if anybody's using a weapon to attack this thing and you roll nat 1, the weapon will break.
Unless it's mine.
Unless it's a magical weapon. But, like, just throwing that out there.
Or you just got to use your fist. You could do that too.
Vonkar's doing punch.
Alright, Grin and
yeah, then I'm. Yeah,
anyone
man.
attacking the tower, roll me some
Yeah.
attacks.
Alright.
All I know who is at the tower right now is Grin, Vonkar, and Torger. Antyr and Hopper, for me, are still at the cave entrance with all the children.
25.
25. It's a crit.
They said 45. I'm like, good God.
Lionel,
so-
Doe are on the boat still. Doe
My
is
first punch
deafened still.
It's a 23. Then
Hits.
the second punch
My Scots is also a 23.
Okay.
Oh, take that, building kidneys.
Roll damage, and then Grin roll your
I
crit
got-
damage.
32 damage.
Okay. And then Torger's damage. Yeah, Grin's weapon auto crits on objects.
Oh, that'll do it.
9.
I was gonna say, like,
And
dang.
so 18 total. I'm starting to work around, like work
Okay.
the hole open.
Your
but, like,
punches
fix-
don't seem as damaging to this structure.
Oh, good. It's just working on helping to calcify my knuckles. Perfect.
Or you're just weak.
Okay, I don't know why you got to punch me while I'm down, but that's seems like a good time as any to come for the
That builds
kink.
character, right? That's what I've heard.
Vonkar, are you still punching into this tower?
I mean, yeah.
Go for it. 2 attacks if that's what you're doing.
Oh, that's right. I forgot Vonkar has 2 attacks per turn. Why am I only
Yeah.
rolling 1?
I don't know.
All right, I
Uh,
take
Don't
I
worry,
got-
Torger. We'll
There we
make
go.
Antyr build character.
21 and a nat 1.
21 hits. Nat 1. Make me a con save.
Okay. That's a 13.
You don't break your arm. Or you don't break
whole
you don't,
arm?
You don't break your like wrist and like
Okay.
hand.
Yeah.
All right.
But that hurts. The
Uh,
second punch hurts.
Oh, damage is 8.
Okay. Reduced to 4.
All right. Better than nothing. I mean, still, he
Better
punches
not-
solid stone and like some chips off. That's no any damage is impressive.
At this point, seeing the cadre of people joining, how many people are actually at the structure?
3. You, Torger, and Vonkar. Just pounding away. What's Hopper doing?
Yeah. Oh, sorry. If you could. I'm going to cast Bless
Oh, okay.
for all of the people like here at the thing.
Okay, so
so that we
the 3
have
of you.
so that we can more quickly
Okay.
take this thing
and that's a
down.
+4 or a +6.
D4.
D4. And what's Hopper doing? You're currently at the mouth of the cave
I-
with Antyr and all the kids.
Yeah. I'm looking for a. Where does the path that the Umbral Knights took lead?
All over?
Out of.
You didn't see the Umbral Knights
Okay.
leave. They're just gone.
Uh,
You got up and they were gone.
But like, which direction did they usually take when they were like walking the prisoners down?
Directly down the path to where Torger, Vonkar, and Grin are.
Okay. Then, and you said it also goes out in the opposite direction.
It kind of weaves all over.
Okay. I want to start leading these kids towards the docks.
That's way far away from the boat.
But there's no
To the
path
boat,
that leads
right?
to the boat, is there?
Right, no, the kids would have to climb down the slippery rocks.
Yeah.
Do we have? Does anybody have Featherfall or anything?
I mean,
Oh,
if
I have Featherfall, but I only have one spell slot.
And there
left.
are 11 kids.
I was gonna say
there
once
you go.
we're over there. Wait, hold on. I can get them onto the boat once we're over there.
My worry is
Yeah,
that
I
something's gonna
get it.
happen when this tower goes down, and we won't have the time to wait for Vonkar and Torger.
Yeah,
I'm not doing much over here anyway, so I'll come help get the kids on the boat.
Yeah, Vonkar, all
Okay.
you got to
Oh,
do
I
is get
don't
real
have-
big and have the kids climb down like there's a tree.
I was just gonna carry them down, but I mean, that's also an option.
Just remember, attack rolls and saving throws still a D4 added.
Yes.
I also didn't prepare Featherfall today, so.
Well,
There you
then,
go.
yeah, I guess I'm.
No, yeah, there it is.
Vonkar's playing crossing guard.
Okay, so Vonkar's walking away from the tower and helping get these kids down into the boat.
Yeah, so Vonkar's strategy for this is gonna be he's gonna climb down into the boat,
Okay.
and then with them all on the edge, he's gonna get double big.
Okay, well, let's
So
make an athletics
he's-
check for you to climb down.
Oh, first climb down. Yeah, okay. Athletics to climb down is a 17.
You climb down much better than you climbed up.
Okay. And then he's going to get double big, which brings him to 20 feet tall, which brings him
Okay.
so, like, the top of his head is at cliff height.
Okay.
And so he can just, like, reach up like he's reaching on top of the fridge and just, like...
Are you standing on the boat while you do this?
Yeah.
Okay, so the boat does this a little bit, but it's
Yeah. Yeah. So then he's just going to, just grab 2 kids around, basically,
Alright.
and then just put them down on the deck of
You
the
have
ship.
Doe down there who is still blinded and
Oh.
deafened, which is they shouldn't have been talking earlier if they're blinded and deafened, so that's my
Yeah.
bad.
That's all good.
Well, they could talk, but they didn't know what conversation was being
Right.
had, so. Alright, yeah, Lionel's just there, hanging out as well. The kids all see a teddy bear, but a creepy teddy bear.
Like that's no teddy bear.
Uh,
It's like a nightmare.
So it leaves. What's Antyr doing?
Andrew's gonna walk over to where Torger and Grin are
Okay,
bullying this tower.
sure.
And is going to find a place, probably the spot where let's say where Vonkar hit,
Okay,
the one that Vonkar managed to hit, and is gonna touch the surface and trace a runic symbol on it, an astral symbol,
okay,
and is gonna cast atrophy on that spot.
okay. The structure of that, like that whole structure side of that, but part of that structure just starts to like, the metal starts to rust and bend and warp. The internal organic material, like the blood in the veins that make up the internal structure work, begin to wither and die. The heart begins to wither and die. Roll me a d8, and we'll see what direction the tower begins to fall.
Yeah.
Whole tower
Lumberjacks, guys, lumberjacks.
You
This
do-
is why
you do
this is
not-
why being a
Tower
lumberjack
jacks.
is the
You
most
don't-
dangerous
You
job
don't.
in the-
You don't want a 6 because it'll fall towards Torger, Antyr, and Grin. You do not want a 7 because it'll fall towards everybody on the boat. But thankfully, there's a lot of rocky outcropping, so.
A 1.
Actually, I was sorry. Could I also ask?
Oh.
Well, you said you don't want a 6, and you already rolled a 1.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was just gonna ask if, for the roll, could I do a help action and get it, on the half opposite? Like, we've already rolled.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
So it begins to just fall directly north.
That's good.
This massive.
There's no
100
beam, right?
No.
Okay.
This a massive 100-foot tall tower just kind of hits the ground of the island, causes the entire island to shake, and it just breaks apart on the island, spilling blood and viscera just across the island as the glass orb, as it also hits, shatters, and the tower falls.
Enter, Charger.
Ready. Oh. Ow. I'm just kidding.
No, like, hand clasping.
All right.
Yeah.
Hey, Enter.
Mm-hmm.
That was a pretty big heart. Do you know where it came from? Like, what type of entity it came from?
You can still see the heart visible in the lower half of the tower that like it broke off from. So you can investigate the heart if you'd like, if you want to get a closer look at it.
Sure. Yeah. I'm gonna go climb up and take a sneaky peek.
Okay.
Grin would like to assist in some way since he like kind of initiated the
Sure.
the inclination towards
Yeah.
that.
So you got like there's like a 35-foot wide cavity just right here where this desiccated heart fits snugly inside. So it is a 35-foot wide giant heart.
And Torger will hold the light.
Nice.
Sure. Okay. It brings back memories of my dad yelling at me.
Yeah.
Literally. Trauma.
The heart is massive. Looks
But it looks
humanoid.
humanoid?
It looks humanoid. But it's atrophied in places from the spell.
Oh yeah.
Strangely, there is a fading kind of light, like a green fading light coming from inside the heart.
Going to with that. Cut it open. Slice it. You see that green light right there?
Yeah, yeah.
Maybe there's something in it.
Yeah, I mean, there's most definitely something in it, but will it hurt us? Hold on, let me guess. Yeah, that's evil. I checked earlier.
Oh, it doesn't radiate anything now.
Oh, so if I check again,
Yeah, there's nothing.
But the light itself is more
It's just fading.
like the energy is neutral.
The light would be fading, but radiate good.
Wait, hold on. It's fading, but it's good.
And then
It was evil before. Something's different.
and then you feel it kind of wink out.
Ah, it's gone.
Wait.
With your divine sense, it doesn't feel like the same entity as whatever the heart was. It feels separate.
It's weird. There was something within the heart that was good, but the heart itself was evil.
Right, Justin? That's what I'm
Yeah.
getting. Okay.
I don't. Hmm. No. What that could mean. The
Well,
heart
this-
itself was. You're saying the heart itself was evil, but that the glowing light was good?
I mean, based on, what was going on with the kids back there, that were old people, maybe there was good left from what was powering this heart. I don't know, I'm kind of shooting in the dark here. Regardless, wherever this heart came from, it'd probably be good to know what entity actually was used to make this heart.
How big was it again, Justin?
35 feet wide.
So absolutely enormous. Okay.
Yeah. Big old heart. And yeah, you're currently on the boat with the kids, right? So
Oh yeah, that's right. I was just.
they're like
For my own
pulling on your hair
reference,
while
yeah.
they're climbing down on you and pulling on your beard and just like.
I mean, the
I love
growth
that
only
he's
lasts.
essentially doing like this.
No, he
As like a...
No, he reached up, he grabbed them in just one in each hand, and then just plopped them down on the deck. But
Oh.
and then that only lasted because it only lasts for a minute, so he's back down to
Yeah,
normal
you
height.
got
after
all
a-
11 kids set.
Okay.
That's why he needed to like
They're
two-hand
all-
them down, and then like still had like 30 seconds left before he went back.
That's cute. That's cute as hell.
Don't know a way to discern what kind of creature this belonged to, I'm going to be honest. It's humanoid. The heart. Looks like it came from something that has a similar vascular system as most of us do.
Left and right ventricle? Yeah. Papa dissected a lot of things.
Other than that, I don't. Maybe you're right. Maybe something that was fueling the heart was that residual good. I mean, we saw the green light that shot up into the moon, right?
Yeah, that was a whole
Do those
lot
lights
bad.
seem similar?
You've been seeing a lot of mint green colored light.
And that's the same.
The one mint green light has reached the moon. Mint green light was the archway in the cave. Mint green light emanating from inside this heart. When Guardian Pashanis casted magic, there's been a little bit of like a mint green aura.
So it seems like the mint green type thing. Oh, sorry, in character.
And I don't know, but it seems like the mint green light stuff that we've been seeing is like a transfer of life essence in some manner. At least based on the themes that
Or-
we've seen, it seems like a transfer of some sort.
Or it's a manifestation of the ley lines.
Well, I don't know anything about ley lines, so I mean, if you got something about ley lines, then
I mean, we've
Well,
just
step
seen
forward.
this. Yeah, we've seen this mint green coloration in almost every spot that has been touched by the ley lines. The
But
dome.
When it comes to ley lines, though, why would they need like life forces? I mean, ley lines themselves are like fonts of energy, aren't they? Why would they even need
In-
like life forces?
Antyr, that bonsai tree you took from the ship, the green orb ensnared in the branches, is mint green.
Oh my gosh, I just remembered. We have to get back. Fast. Let's go.
All right, all right. Is this all taken care of?
has-
Hold on.
And if there's anything that might be salvaged, Grin wants to fuck it up so
Like,
that it
fuck
can't
up
be
the- fuck up
salvaged
the
and
heart?
just so that nothing can be remade. You know, like
in terms of
beyond
the,
repair.
In terms of the tower, it looks like it's beyond repair. The heart
Okay.
is still intact. It's just atrophied in places.
Okay. Well,
So you
if that's the
take-
case,
you take your
for
keys and
further-
just run them along the side, like someone who parked like an asshole.
Yeah. No. I think yes and no. I think Grin will try to.
So, Torger, can you let me carry this back just so that we can like, so that they can't use it?
You wants to drag this heart back?
I don't know.
There-
I mean, we could
there's-
either just destroy it or.
It looks like there's no way anyone in here would be strong enough to lift that heart out.
Oh right, you said it was like 35 feet
yeah.
fucking wide. Okay, never mind. Yeah, we're
This
just gonna
is
fucking Grin's
almost
just
a
gonna tear it apart.
blue whale
Okay.
heart.
As you cut into the heart, it just spills out like a pool-sized amount of blood.
Yeah.
Like Grin and Torger and Antyr's right there too. No, Antyr head was heading back to the boat.
Yeah, I was running back.
Torger and Grin are just
Nah, I would have flown up above.
Okay,
I'm
cool.
Gonna let that,
Grin.
I'm gonna let that little gremlin
Yeah.
do.
There's
Yeah,
really no
Grin's-
way for you to avoid this.
No.
You're hit with a tidal wave of just crimson. And inside the heart, you see what looks like a fruit. It's weird. It looks like something that grows on a
Gum gum fruit?
No, it looks like something that grows on a tree. It's like a. It's about this big. For the audio listeners, egg,
Volleyball?
big ostrich egg sized.
Okay.
But it's like a jet black fruit covered in like dark green veins.
But this looks important.
And it
And
just
he wipes the blood away from his eyes.
yeah, you just see this thing that is for you massive. Just resting inside the heart. Right in the like inner chamber.
Torger, help! This looks important.
Yeah, I don't really wants to touch it. It looks pretty gross.
Yeah, it's really slimy, probably because of the. Strangely, this thing is not coated in blood whatsoever. It's like perfectly clean, but it is slimy to the touch. It looks like
Yeah.
it kind of looks like a gremlin egg, but fruit-like.
Yeah, I don't know if we wants to touch this.
Grin's already like touching it and pulling on it.
Yeah.
It
the
pops
moment,
out.
The moment Torger says that, too, I'm gonna use another divine sense to
Nothing.
pick up anything. Okay, nothing? Great. Gonna keep it.
Okay, cool. You have a weird gremlin egg-looking fruit. And answer you. Oh, go ahead.
How has the falling of the tower affected the storm around the island?
The storm's still going on, but it's not like there's no like red light in
As
the clouds.
intense?
It's
Okay.
a little less intense. Like it'd be
Okay.
safer to sail in this than.
Gotcha. Sweet.
Yeah, it's just a squall. They come on you fast,
And they leave you fast.
But yeah, answer you
It's
headed.
just a Seattle sprinkle.
Answer you're headed back to the boat.
Yes.
How you getting down those jagged, slippery rocks?
And just jump. I will catch you.
I scoop him. Flying behind and I scoop him again.
Okay. Torger flies behind you, scoops you up.
Antyr's looking, does like,
He's getting ready.
and goes to jump.
Actually, you know what?
Okay.
Since Antyr went to jump, Torger, make a
Sorry.
Love it. I love it.
let's go sleight of hand.
Got it.
See if you can catch Antyr before they just.
Doop. Hey.
And then I scoop him and I whisper into his ear. You think you're the king of the world, don't you? Yeah.
Please don't drop me.
You the sovereign of the world.
What's that mean? Is that the same thing?
It's pretty much, but it's I know that you prefer like a they them, so I didn't want to like
Oh.
just was trying to be cool and inclusive, but whatever.
Oh no, I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yes, no, you're right. You're correct. Of course.
The kids have all passed out. By the way, they're just all
Oh
asleep.
yeah, for sure.
I was kidding, by the way. Andrew's gonna like pat one of Torger's hands, arms.
Yeah, he's always kidding.
As you
That's not funny. It is not funny.
as everyone gets back onto the
Casually shits his pants.
that'd be a good. Oh man, I'm gonna design a homebrew spell called just command shit. There's
Howard shit.
as you get back onto the boat, you can see Lionel is like chewing on the lockbox trying to open it with his thieves' tools that he got from the room. He's also got like the ledger out preparing to read it. He's waiting. Since he's waiting for everybody to come back. And Antyr, yeah, you can see kids, 11 children, wearing clothes that are far too big for them now. Asleep.
Oh my god, you're all wearing like suspenders,
Potato
and, like,
bags.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Loafers
pants
to their
that come
waist.
up to
Yeah.
here.
If you will allow, Justin, Grin will be right on the tail of Antyr and
Okay,
Torger
cool. Yeah.
with the pit of the heart of the
Yeah, the weird fruit, the heart
Tower.
fruit. Heart fruit.
the pit of the heart of the tower.
Heart fruit. Okay.
Yeah.
Man, it's a nubbin.
Yeah.
Lionel,
Like a
let's
little ventricle node.
Yeah,
take
there we
this paperwork into the quarters there. I could set up and.
Of
As we s-
course. So you and Lionel go into the captain's quarters where there's a table.
Getting all the paperwork and the bonsai tree.
Okay.
I don't know who can open the lockbox.
Oh, I can.
we
I
like-
am.
Do we like vascular mango? Does that
Vascular
work
Mango's
for-
pretty good.
not
Good
mango.
band name.
Thieves' tools for Lionel.
Ah. It also kind of sounds like
13.
an improv team
What
name.
did I
too.
write the DC on that? Hey, opens it.
I'm gonna
Hey
start
guys,
casting
we're-
Discern on the bonsai tree.
Okay.
We're vascular mango. Can you give us a suggestion of something that makes you feel uncomfortable?
As the
Vascular mango.
vascular mango, as the lockbox opens, Antyr, as the lockbox opens, Lionel goes, "There's 315 platinum in here.
What?
Doing the quick math in my head, that's 45 for everybody. I'll go hand it out." And he waddles around with the lockbox, giving everybody 45 platinum.
Oh, thank you.
I'm probably like, wow, that's chump change.
Okay, Antyr, don't be an asshole.
No, it's just how he said, "Oh, thank you." It just made it seem like Vonkard's like, "Oh, that's."
That's 400.
I get
That's
that every
400.
day.
That's technically 450 gold for everybody.
Oh, thank you.
Everybody
very
gets
much.
45 platinum. That's Lionel. I'll leave the ledger for you to read, Antyr. Reading is boring. And you're casting Discern on the
Bonsai tree.
bonsai tree. On the tree or the orb?
Orb looks.
I'm kidding.
Like
I'm
it's-
kidding. The tree works.
Oh. Oh, okay.
Same item. The Discern doesn't give you usually what you get from when you cast this spell. Did anybody else go in the captain's quarter? I didn't hear anybody else say they went into the captain's quarters, so this is going to be solo for Antyr then.
Not yet, yeah.
Antyr, you feel your body just go slack. And your mind is propelled elsewhere. You're standing in front of a massive dead willow tree, perched on a mountaintop. In a plane you recognize that you've seen through a doorway now, through a rift in the sky, and through a landscape painting. You're sitting at the base of this tree now, and Inside the tree, you can see numerous hallways and corridors and windows. Like a structure has been built inside of it. Somewhere in the canopy, you hear a familiar burbling noise of the Jabberwock.
Nice, Justin. That was awesome.
But you do hear the familiar noises of the Jabberwock. You feel compelled to enter the tree. You're not controlling yourself in this moment, but you feel compelled to enter. And as you do have that thought, you're now inside the tree, walking through corridors. It's strangely beautiful in a twisted sort of way. It's like, where the fuck does Gladriel live?
Lothlorien.
Thank you. It's like Lothlorien in terms of like structure and aesthetic, but twisted and dark and fey. Even more fey than that. You see umbral knights everywhere walking by.
Do they look of flesh
Uh,
or shadow?
a flush.
Okay.
That was
And
the most
then they-
Gandalf way you could have asked that question.
And
by
then
the
they,
way. Do they look of flesh or of shadow?
But
Are
you-
they of stone or of
And
they
then-
of flesh?
and then you see them kind of dissipate, like they disappear in a moment. Just, and as you move through this place, you can see seeds, what look like fruits or seeds, hanging from various ceilings of this place. You're in a chamber now, where some of these fruits hang, and they look very similar to the fruit that Grin harvested from the heart.
The scrotum mango?
The scrotum mango. Inside these, you reach a hand.
Hashtag vascular man.
You reach a hand out. You reach a hand out to cup one of these testicular mangoes. That's what's happening. It's your guys'
Listen,
fault for
there's a
calling on this.
vast difference between
It's true.
what I said
It's
and
true.
what you
It's
guys
true.
are saying.
That's a good one. That's a pretty good one. You're cupping it. It coughs a little. No. But you do. You're. Oh, God.
I roll it around a little bit. Ah, they're good.
But the hand that's holding it isn't yours. It's pale white with
You sat on it for 10 minutes before you started.
No.
Just like a stranger.
Stop.
What?
I'm trying to get through something. You see this pale,
Sorry.
elegant, well taken care of manicured hand. It's masculine, with long black fingernails that come to points. Well, like manicured to be that way. Inside this fruit, you can see what looks like a swirling essence. And occasionally you hear like a like screams coming from inside the fruit, and you can see what looks like a soul floating around in there. Like you can see the features of whoever this was at one point. And the person takes the fruit off the tree and continues to walk through the tree with it. Again, the scene snaps to something else, and they're standing in another chamber. And laid out on an immaculate petrified wooden table, and snared within the table is a set of jet black armor very similar to what the Umbral Knights wear. And it is empty. And you watch this individual take the fruit and kind of place it on the chest piece where the heart would be. And they take one of their long fingernails and they just slice the fruit open, and the soul spills out into the armor, becoming shadow. And the Umbral Knight sits upwards and walks off. The vision changes again. To the same figure. Flying through a storm. They're on the back of the Jabberwock, and they're flying with intent somewhere. Around you, you can see a desert. Peaks. Large, large sand dunes. In the distance, actually, give me a perception check while you're in this weird vision. Perception or investigation, your choice.
I did perception. I got a 21.
21. In the distance of this desert, on the horizon, you see what looks like another very large, mile-tall tree. But this one is very, very verdant green foliage, but in a desert. It shouldn't be growing there. This figure just flies past it, but you catch it, and it stands out and it catches your attention. The figure is flying towards a massive sky ship that's sailing through the air. The image changes to the sky ship crashing into the desert, exploding. You see flashes of what's going on in the sky ship as it's falling. You see a dark-skinned archfey man wearing green leaf-like armor, long dark hair. You recognize Oberon being beheaded in your POV.
I'm cutting his head off?
Yeah. You see this figure perched on the top of the deck as the skyship is falling now. You see familiar faces. You see Creep, Grin, and Vonkar as the ship breaks in two, and this man drops something from his grasp. A blue crystal, the Lumen Spire. It shifts again. He's now walking through a dark forest with intent. You see a hut, kind of like it's standing up on stilts, but the stilts are two bird-like legs. In the house, the hut squats down, and an elderly woman, hag-like, steps out. You don't recognize her before she's stabbed through the chest by this individual, and her body and essence are condensed down into a green, mint green sphere. We shift again to this individual that you've been seeing through their vision there, walking through a house, a manor, filled with weird fucking tapestries of like sewn together animal curtains and like weird, just weirdness. Best I can describe, it's like someone who delights in cutting up animals and weird things, dissecting them and turning them into decorations and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
And they're walking through this house, and they find an archway kind of painted on a wall. They pass through a door that says friends. They pass through a door that says friends first. And painted on the wall is an archway inscribed with infernal runes. You can read these infernal runes, however, and it says the Ash Heart. And the figure steps through. The final thing you see is you can feel like, you know the feeling you get when you're waking up from a dream? Like it's starting to end? You get that feeling, and you see the figure you've been looking through this entire time. In this strange obsidian palace, jagged fixtures everywhere. There are people slain all over the place. In your hand, or whoever's hand you're looking through. They're stalking these halls. And they enter a chamber. And in that chamber there's a pedestal of like obsidian wreathed in like barbed wire and chains and other not so nice things. There are more people slain on the floor of this chamber. They're all wearing like dark robes. Covered in like scars. But sitting on the center of that pedestal is the Lumen Spire. The figure approaches it, grabs it, and that's when the vision ends. The Discern, as you leave that vision, no time passes really. That was just the duration of the spell. This is a sapling from the great tree known as the Willow Spire. The Willow Spire grows within the domain of delight known as neglect, and the seeds that it grows serve as vessels for subjugated souls. When this sapling is planted in the ground on the material plane, it grows into a mile-tall dead willow tree and serves as an anchor point between the Willow Spire and this newly grown tree, using the Lumen Spire ensnared within its branches to fuel the growth at the cost of the essence contained within. The orb ensnared within the branches of the sapling is a Lumen Spire, and this is a green spherical one. The only other one you know of is a blue rough-hewn crystal.
Does this sphere look like the mint green sphere that they saw in the vision?
Yes.
Antyr pulls it. Is there a way to remove the branches and such from the
Yeah, you can easily
spire?
just like pry it out.
Yeah, Antyr's gonna one more spell slot, second level. Antyr's gonna, as they pull the sapling off, they're gonna cast atrophy on it.
Okay. It just withers and dies.
Okay. Gonna gather that, not to scatter. Gonna, whatever. Like, I imagine like it's like one of those like, petrified, because there's no. Yeah. Gonna set that.
And
on
again,
the
this
table.
happened all in the span of a minute. That was what you all saw through Discern. So you know, you know that other spells that are more powerful when they discern objects. Who knows what those would do when cast on these.
The sphere is getting tucked into this green Lumen Spire now is going to be tucked into their bag.
Okay.
Take a moment to process what they just saw. It's gonna get up.
Yeah, it's only been a
Cheer
minute.
out.
It's only been a minute, so. Yeah, this Lionel's still handing out the money during this minute, so everyone is still getting their like 45 platinum. He's like, "Here you are, everyone. Grin, do you keep money?"
I don't have many places to keep it.
You got a big mouth. You could swallow it, probably.
Shut up.
Well, I mean, you could probably keep it in your tummy.
No, that's not how
Okay.
that works. I mean, like, well, I mean, yeah, I probably could, and let's just say, it would hurt coming out. That's all I'm saying.
Well, here's 45 platinum for you as well.
That Torger? Would you mind holding on to that for me?
Yeah, but I'm going to put it in a separate spot so you know exactly what's yours and exactly what's mine's.
Great. Meta-wise, I'm keeping track of my own stuff, but
Yeah.
it's stored with Torger.
Okay. And then Lionel finishes giving everybody their 45 platinum.
Very much.
You're welcome.
Andrew's gonna walk out.
Mm-hmm.
Doe.
You look over and you see Doe still has their ears like stuffed with stuff, and they're still blindfolded. Because they still have their puppet doll.
Message to Doe.
Okay.
Hey, just where the others are gonna be hanging out, you watch the children. Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Then Antyr is going to visually
To everybody.
get to the others.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Lionel will come as well.
Oh, you invited.
Ah, wonderful. So everybody crams into the captain's quarters.
Then Andrew's going to reveal the sphere. Close the door.
Okay.
Reveal the sphere.
Oh, that's nice.
Right. This was okay. A lot to digest. This is a secondary, a second lumen spire. It seems as though these spheres are created from the essence of, from what I can tell so far, fey creatures. That may be an assumption. I don't know. But this one was made by what appeared to be an old croon.
Do you describe
With-
her? Oh yeah, sorry.
Yeah. Gonna mostly describe the house because I think that would have been more
Yeah.
weird
Yeah.
to Antyr than
Describing the house is definitely requires no history checks for Hopper at least. I don't think Grin would have been told these stories because I don't really. Grin hasn't been around too long, technically.
his baby.
I mean, he's about as old as it is from the last campaign to this campaign. That's how old he is.
6 years. Okay.
Yeah.
Hopper.
His baby.
Yeah.
The hut and the woman who usually lives in said hut is known as Baba Yaga, the mother of all hags. And
Yeah.
you were told, God, who told you that? There's information you were given that she is the recently removed ruler of the Unseelie Court. Oberon told you all this when you communed with his head.
Okay. She used to be the head of the Unseelie Court.
Also known as the Queen of Air and Darkness. But she
Okay,
was
gotcha.
deposed, and someone else took over. Oberon told you it was Velcaris Velterigine who took over the Umbral Court, or the Unseelie Court, who in this world is Pipshin. Because a certain group helped him get out of where he was.
Oh yeah. Who could have done that?
I wonder
So
who.
you are pretty certain, Hopper, that this Lumen Spire belongs to Baba Yaga.
Hey. We'll revisit that. So a couple of things. While I was meditating with this lumen spire and the tree.
Homer's way of saying passed out when you tried casting magic on it.
Yeah. I noticed some things, and Antyr's going to go through each of the visions that they saw.
Okay, so the fruit that Grin has,
yep.
you saw some of
Well,
those.
the seeing the giant tree
Okay.
and the Jabberwock noises, then the vascular mango with the soul, the creation of the Umbral Knights, or Umbral Knight.
Yep.
Then what I imagine is a past vision, or like something that happened to Grin. What the fuck was
Vonkar.
her name? Creep
And
and,
the
Vonkar. With being a little bit more.
And also for clarification for descriptions, where the airship that they were on crashed and exploded, there was a massive crater that you saw as well, and on the horizon east of that crater in the desert, you saw that flourishing tree in the desert.
going to be very cautious in describing the beheading of Oberon,
Okay.
and then the creation of the mint green Lumen Spire. Their attention is going to look toward I don't know if he would equate this. It just gives the same feel
Mm-hmm.
as the using the animal skin tapestry and shit. The only thing that Antyr can equate that to is creep. I mean, he's never seen something so viciously done. So
it didn't,
he'll describe.
yeah. Actually, that makes sense. Yeah.
He'll describe the manor with all the stuff, the friend's doorway and the archway that had the ash heart. Would Antyr know who the ash heart is?
Yeah.
Over the last 6
Been a
years?
deity for like how many years now?
42. The current ruler of the Nine Hells.
Okay. And then shifting over to the Obsidian Palace and describing all that, and then finally
the Lumen Spire in the Obsidian Palace.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. And now they have Lumen Spire. I think this was supposed to be planted. And he's going to point toward the petrified sapling.
Wait, what?
Grin's just gonna hold the thing that he just harvested. He knows it's neutral energy
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's
based on his
Yeah.
ability to discern
yeah
such things.
And Antyr, it's the same thing as you saw in the vision, in the hanging in the tree, like growing as fruit.
Right.
So, what I can imagine is those fruit possess the souls of certain creatures. The fruits can possess. I mean, it depends on the. I don't
Sorry,
know, the
Antyr?
character. Yes,
Sorry, I'm kind of cutting to the chase here.
sure.
What is this supposed to make?
They make the Umbronites. From what I saw, it could be used to make an Umbronite.
And we know they're kind of immortal, right?
If they are, yes. If they are simply essence of a creature, then yes, there's. I would assume.
And we
Can
have
equate that.
something to create one right now.
There may be more than just what I saw that pertain to the creation. of this.
Antyr, looking at this one, the ones you saw hanging in the tree, they had an essence floating around in them. The one that
Oh.
Grin's holding looks empty. Like you don't see anything floating around in it.
Got it. That one doesn't look the same. There's, I think maybe the green thing that we had seen before connected, that green light that we saw. I think that connects to this essence that they possess.
So that's the evil thing that I was picking up.
I think that was the heart, but I think you were detecting the good. Maybe there's a good soul within the mango.
Antyr, based on the description of what Grin's describing, the heart, how this thing was in the heart, give me an intelligence check if you want.
Sure.
With advantage, because Grin's kind of helping you along a little
Natural
bit. here.
20.
No.
24.
The soul that was probably inside this fruit was most likely fueling the heart in some capacity, but the heart was definitely its own thing. But this was just kind of like a weird.
It's like a power source, almost, for the heart. The heart was its separate own thing, but then the mango was in it to, I guess, keep it thriving. I don't know.
Alright, so
fully.
here's the thing that is the important thing. Well, it's not super important, but I guess, I mean, we got it. Is this useful to us at all?
No, I don't think so.
Alright. Last routes, I guess. Peel the skin, scrape the fat, eat the meat, crack the bark. And he starts digging a hole, and
You're on the ship. You're still in the captain's quarters.
Oh well,
Yeah.
then he's probably just gonna put it in a vessel of sorts
Okay.
for a burial at sea.
You guys have
Because
that silver
there's
lockbox
clearly-
that Lionel has. It's
Hold on
empty
now.
now.
Yeah.
Hold on now. Wait a minute. Do we know it's useless to us?
I mean, based on what Antyr said, it's already been used up. This is an empty vessel.
Yes, but do we know it's useless to us?
That is a good. I'd have no idea. It's not something I could answer. I don't know.
I think right now, especially compared to some other things we've had recently, only thing it costs us is the space in our packs. If we can hang on to it, and we may need it for better to have it and not need it than to need it and not have it. I say,
Yeah.
Do you want to hold on to it, Vonkar?
sure.
As I see it, it's an incredibly neutral substance. That said, it was used for ale. Last I checked. Not all great things.
Grin, you said that you can sense good and evil,
Oh, here we
Oh
go.
yeah.
Here we go.
and Antyr's gonna hold up the lemon spire.
The new one, eh?
What do you get from this?
Luckily, I have my last divine sense for the day. I've used a lot today.
Same.
And I guess I'll use it on the, hold on. Maybe I'm lost. How does Antyr have another Lumen Spire?
It was in
That was-
it was in the bonsai tree that he looted from this guy's ship.
Oh, it was that orb
Yeah.
of
Yeah,
the...
The orb, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
And he just kind of pegged it as like the same energy. Okay, cool.
Yeah, because it
I'm
was
gonna
giving off
use-
an aura of detect magic when detect magic was going off.
Friggin' perfect. I'm gonna go ahead and divine sense that.
All right. Well, it's not fate. It's not fiend or whatever, or undead or celestial.
All right, good and evil.
Evil, neutral,
Wait, evil neutral?
neutral evil.
Neutral evil.
Neutral evil. Okay.
Because it was made from the essence of the Baba Yaga.
Mother of all
but
hags.
So we can gather that it is for its own that makes it understandable.
Yeah.
Because we can gather that it is selfish in that it wants to remain in existence.
And you also learned that the other Lumen Spire was also that Lumen Spire was also very much in tune with self-preservation,
Yes.
and this one is as well.
Which you know is evil, but in a sense, I mean, in that instance, that's evil based on environment. So it's not completely irredeemable, but understandably evil in the sense where it's just like, I want to survive.
I would much rather have the evil
Yeah.
condense into a mint green sphere than to actually handle whatever this was made of.
But
Yeah.
Grin, as you're like, oh no, you don't have to touch it with Divine Sense. Antyr, as you're holding onto it, just like the blue one, when the blue one would be active or whatever, it would glow inside. This one begins to glow a little bit with like a mint green light in the center, and the lights in this, there's like little hanging oil lanterns in this little cabin. They all kind of dim and go out, just and you can hear like a chair creaking back and forth, like that's in the corner. And the lights slowly come on one by one. And sitting in the chair is a very kind of transparent mint green image of a 5 foot tall, physically very ugly old woman with a long warty nose, skeletal frame, thin white hair, sharp iron-like teeth, and fingers that curve into claws. Hello, children.
Hopper spits over his right shoulder and spins in a circle 3 times.
Hello, ma'am.
Sidestep away from Hopper. Hello.
The Baba Yaga.
Are you?
Do not interact with her. She will steal your souls.
Are you all aligned with the ones who took my essence?
Quite
Nope.
the opposite.
The opposite.
Very much so.
Interesting.
We actually stars you away from him.
She looks around.
Do you know the Archmage? This is my daughter.
Interesting. It tilts her head a little bit, looking at you, like piercing into you with her eyes.
He'll make the biggest smile.
She smiles too, showing off these sharp iron-like fangs.
And he's just got a bunch of incisors, the regular human-like teeth, but like huge,
Yeah.
covering like most of his face as he like smiles, and it's like back to here.
She looks around and she sees Cornelius. And she smiles and walks over to him and just kind of starts petting Cornelius with like one of her transparent hands. Hopper, in your stories, Baba Yaga is a guardian of animals. The most prominent being cats. And so she's very happy to see the Displacer Beast here, which are very common among the Unseelie Fae as allies. I was kept in the Marquis's manor, now I'm here. Interesting. I don't think he knows I'm gone, but he will soon. Oh, good. And then she kind of looks at Antyr and Hopper intently, and then Lionel a little bit. She kind of approaches the three of them and sniffs them and runs her long, gnarled, transparent fingers through your hair. But it feels like you're actually physically being touched, even though she's not really a physical being right now. You know my daughter. One of them, at least. Good. Good. She can help. A truce needs to be brokered between the courts. The Umbral Court has become their own, splintered from the Unseelie. They have the Lumen Spire containing the old queen, the old Summer Queen. You know the old Summer Queen isn't Titania, Hopper, it's her mother.
Yeah, I
Who
remember
is-
that from the lore doc.
Who is the most powerful, one of the most powerful Archfey, yeah.
So that was the original Lumen
The
Spire
one you
that
guys
we-
had, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yes. When you have time, I think you should revisit Gothel. She can help you garner a truce between the courts. I'll be watching you all intently. She smiles at Grin. She seems very enamored with Grin. Like, weirdly enamored with Grin.
Hi.
Hello. Well, I'm very interested to see what you all do next. She kind of tilts her head towards Vonkar. And maybe if you work in my favor, or at least help, I can fix your little problem. And she kind of prods in your veins, and they give off like a little metallic ping, ping. And then she vanishes, the lighting returns to normal, and that's where we're going to end the session for the week. And that's where it ends. Good night, everybody. We won't be back here next week with this, so you're gonna have to wait. We're gonna have to wait 2 weeks to see where this goes.
Oh yeah, that's right.